Hello. Why, hello there, dear viewers. Welcome to Warp Zone. I am your host, Null Casting, and I'll be your narrator today on our guide, and I'll be your guide today on our journey into the narrative of Balan Wonderworld. I already have a guest here with me today. This is Sumi. Everybody say hi to Sumi.
Hi. Sorry, I forgot
there.
my mic was muted.
It's okay. I think you were also accidentally muted. No, you're good. It's all good. It's all good, man. This is a stream where I'm expecting technical issues with this one. Because it's kind of a very silly concept. You see, a big part of Balan Wonderworld's 100%ing is doing all the stupid shit with the Tims. I was gonna save that to, like, some of the last streams. But it turns out that, like, if you do all of the Tim stuff, or at least, like, a bunch of the Tim stuff, you unlock the Balan costume, which lets you, like, fly for a limited time. Which would be super helpful in getting the rest of the statues. So, new plan, we're gonna knock those out of the way right now, and, read the fucking book. I have, with me, a copy of the book, digitally. I will not be showing it to you, because that would be illegal. But it's okay. We're gonna read it out for you. I was summoned by the mention of the Balan book. Yes, we're gonna be reading the book. My initial goal was to say we're gonna read the whole book today, but I don't know if that's gonna happen, so I'm not gonna make any fucking promises. The goal is to read as much of the book as possible while participating in some Balan. I'm just gonna turn off my music, and then everybody hold your ears. I'm about to unmute Balan, and I know it's gonna be fucking loud. Yeah, there it goes. So this is, let me just let you in on what the stream's gonna be. Let me get into position. Because we're just gonna let him repair the Clock of Happiness for a while, and then we're gonna start trying to breed the Super Tims.
We are entering full idle game mode with these little
We are entering full
right
idle
now.
game mode. Yes, exactly. Holy shit, that sound effect's gonna get on my nerves, though. Hold on. Hold on. Where's my menu button? Can I lower the non-music? There we go.
I was fully ready for the game not to have an option for that.
Me too. I'm a little surprised it did, to be honest with you. There we go. That's better. Hand reveal what? Oh yeah, I haven't had the hand tracker on in like weeks because I'm lazy. But I figured that for this stream, because there's gonna be less happening. Part of the also reason I haven't had it on is that it just likes to forget that I have hands and it'll just stop using them. But I figured for this, we'll use them. So, Sumi, you ready to get started with me?
Yeah. Have
Alright.
we decided who's gonna be doing what, like, characters? I don't think we have.
No, I was just gonna wing it.
Yeah, we'll get there when we get there.
We're gonna worry about that when we get there. I was just gonna take over narrator because that's the most talking. And then let everybody else pick up what they want to do. So here we go. The Balan Theater appears out of nowhere. Everyone visits this strange playhouse once or twice over the course of their life, and everyone meets Balan, the mysterious maestro with a smile like a shared secret. Even you, though you wouldn't remember. No one does. Okay, that's an evocative intro paragraph. The beginning. Out on the street, the dancers worked through their routine, perfectly in sync thanks to their long days of practice. Every move met with cheers from the gallery. Past this spectacle went a young boy.
Oh, okay, you want me to do this. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Hey, Leo,
Called one of the performers.
come dance with us.
It wasn't the first time the dancers had tried, and failed, to get the boy to join in. He ignored this invitation as he ignored all the rest and walked by the dancers without so much as a glance. For a street troupe, the dancers were surprisingly good. But to the boy, they were no better than amateurs. He kept his eyes downcast and walked. Last night, the sky had been filled with shooting stars. Dubbed the Eltronandos, everyone in town had oohed and awed up at the storm of meteors filling the night. Everyone, that is, except the boy, who walked with his eyes downcast then as he did now. He didn't understand why everyone was making such a fuss over something as mundane as rocks. The boy's gaze shot up to an alley he had passed, and ignored hundreds of times. Something about it called to him. Immediately, yeah, we're getting hit with a fucking proper noun.
I mean, yeah, because I had no idea that meteors were a thing at all. Like, immediately, it's just like, okay, where was this in the video game?
It wasn't. The answer was it wasn't. The Eltronandos. Whatever the fuck that means. Okay. Something about it called to him. He turned down the alley. After a couple steps, he saw some light up ahead. The boy knew this town like the back of his hand. Last time he checked, there hadn't been anything down this alley except a vacant lot. He kept going. Surprise stopped him in his tracks. The alley led to a strange building he had never seen before. It was a theater, and a huge one too, yet he hadn't heard anything about its construction. Dozens of neon lights flashed on its facade, but he didn't see a single person inside or out. It felt like time itself had stopped. He peered through one of the windows. Unexpectedly, the front doors opened wide, as if an invitation. The boy felt hundreds of eyes upon him, watching, waiting, but when he looked around, there was no one there. He hesitated for a moment, then relented to the invisible force coaxing him inside. The doors closed slowly behind him, and the boy vanished from the world. Context will make it clear, I doubt it. And something you guys can't see, which we can, is that there's little illustrations with the chapters, which I think is really cute. Like, this one just shows Leo, who's the boy protagonist we didn't pick, like, walking into the front doors. Chapter 1. Unexpected Company. The boy set up his music player on the sidewalk and switched it on. An up-tempo song began to play, and his body moved to the rhythm. For a long time, he danced. He wanted to move like no one ever had before, to accomplish acrobatic feats no one else could. Beautiful downtown was his stage. A plethora of stores took up the first floors of the 4-story brick buildings, but there wasn't even so much as a window shopper in sight. There was only the boy, dancing where he always danced. In this world, in Wonderworld, you could dance and never tire, never get sleepy. The boy had lost track of how many hours, or days, years, he had been dancing. At some point, he noticed a shadow-like creature at his feet staring right at him. Its black body bore some sort of strange patterning. It had legs and feet, though it looked unlike any animal the boy had ever seen. This one beside him was about the size of a large dog, though others loomed much taller than the boy. There were all sorts of these shadow beasts around. Everyone came in a peculiar shape, and they gave him an unsettled feeling if he looked at one long enough, but they never seemed to actually do anything, so he never paid them much mind. The boy stopped dancing and stared back at the shadow. Its attention turned to a shimmering drop on the sidewalk. It was a crystal about as big as a rugby ball, but the shadow stretched wide its maw and gulped the drop down in one bite. Drops were always showing up when you least expected them. There were red ones and yellow ones, and you couldn't ignore the violets. In fact, they came in every color of the rainbow, glittering something pretty. That's not true. They only come in 4 colors.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how, there's... No, yeah,
that's
no, we're just straight up lying.
We're just straight lying in the book. But then again, boy, who knows? It wasn't any great loss for one to get swallowed up by a shadow. There were more than that. There were more where that one came from. Besides, beyond being shiny, the boy did not even know what the drops were. Nor did he particularly care. So long as he could keep dancing, he was satisfied. Still, though he got to do what he wanted when he wanted, a strange sort of unease would sometimes creep over him. He started dancing again to shake it off, but an image flashed through his mind, disrupting his focus.
Huh?
The vision shocked him. Oh, do you want to do the internal monologue thoughts?
No, I don't. I don't.
Okay. The vision shocked him out of the rhythm. His feet tangled and he fell to the ground. What was that? His heart drummed wildly inside his chest. He drew long, deep breaths, trying to remember what he had seen. I think there was a girl? She might have been 13, maybe 14, right around his age, but he was certain they had never met. After all, there was no one else around. This was his stage and his alone. Behind the girl in his vision had stood a strange, shadowed figure. Tall, face split in a wide grin, and a top hat pulled down over his eyes. The boy was certain he had never met this man either. He had no idea who either of them were, but thinking about them made his heart start pounding in apprehension all over again. He shook his head, trying to clear the vision from his mind. I'm just imagining things.
So he has the dimensional scream.
We're in creepypasta. Yeah.
he has the dimensional scream.
This is fascinating to me. Okay. I'm just imagining things, he thought. Yet the uncomfortable tightness in his chest would not abate. He drew in a long breath. Someone called his name. He turned to look and saw a tall man dressed in handsome white clothes and a billowing bloke. Lance. He would visit the boy's stage from time to time and always bore the same gentle smile. The shadows never spoke, meaning Lance, Wonderworld's maestro as he put it, was the only person the boy could talk to. Interesting. Lance flashed his usual smile and brushed his long silver hair out of his face.
Well now, what ails my poor chum? I don't know why I made him British.
I mean, this is Lance, so you can make him British. I feel like you can make him British.
Okay, yeah, that's true. He is evil. He can be British.
Mm-hmm.
You're crouched here all alone, looking rather glum.
Nothing. The boy stood, glancing away. Lance had always spoke so kindly to him, and always lent a hand when he needed it. The boy didn't want to bother him with something as lame as his imagination acting up.
Are you sure?
Lance leaned in close, his deep blue eyes searching the boy's. I was just thinking this place could use a little something, he lied.
For instance?
Like, some props for my routine. For some of the more acrobatic moves.
In the streets?
You know, like maybe fire hydrants or something.
An idea most grand! I say do it! This, after all, is your stage to command. Alter it however you see fit. You recall how I showed you the trick of it?
The boy pointed to a street corner, envisioning what he wanted in his mind. A second later, a fire hydrant sprang into existence. Something like this, he said. Lance smiled at him.
Why stop there? Change this whole place if you like. Add your own flair. This is my Wonderworld, and here on this stage you call the shots. But should the need arise, ask for my aid with no second thoughts. For such a dear friend, both my hands I would gladly lend.
With a slight flourish of his hand, Lance disappeared. I'm reading a message from chat really quick. I wish there was a mod that whenever you showed up in the Mousetrap hub, you start reading the book. I think that this game might have gotten better reception if it shipped with the book. I'm already I like this writing. I like this writing.
This is my Valid Wonderworld.
This is my Valid Wonderworld, yeah, exactly.
Or no, sorry, this is my Lance Wonderworld.
Yeah, what the fuck going on?
Yeah, like
what the fuck going on? Am I right?
I
mean, I know that they're the same person. I know that they're like split, right? Like Balan and Lance, Balance, haha. So I'm wondering if this is like before that happened or something. With a slight flourish of his hand, Lance disappeared. As soon as he was out of sight, the boy let out a sigh of relief. It was not that he disliked Lance. The boy appreciated his help, and Lance was the absolute nicest. It was just that he liked being alone better. It was easier to relax without other people around. The boy drew in another breath and started to dance. He would dance for as much as he wanted. He planted one hand on top of the brand new hydrant and swung himself into a handstand. I don't need anything else to be happy, he thought. Just this. Just dancing. Someone started clapping. The sound of it nearly startled the boy into tumbling off the hydrant. He steadied himself at the last minute and jumped gracefully back down to the street, looking around. There, still clapping, stood a girl. She was around 10, with a bow in her turquoise hair and wonder in the round eyes that stared at him. The boy's mouth fell open. Aside from the shadows and Lance's occasional visits, the boy had never seen anyone or anything else here. Who are you?
You mean you don't know from looking at me?
The turquoise-haired girl tilted her head.
I'm Clock Tower Kid.
You can't just tell someone's name from just looking at them.
Sure you can. Let's see. You're Street Beat, right?
Not even close.
Then what is your name?
My name, he thought. Lance had only ever called him you, without anyone else around. Not having a proper name wasn't a big deal. He never even knew he had a name until Clock Tower Kid told him so.
See, I knew it. You are Street Beat. That's what I'm calling you.
Fine, said the boy, even though it had a kind of old-timey ring to it. He needed a name, so it might as well be that one. Clock Tower Kid held out her hand. The boy called Street Beat shook it.
You could kiss the back of my hand if you wanted, like a knight.
Why? You don't look like royalty. Her expression creased into a slight pout.
Clock Tower Kid, was it? Where do you come from?
My stage.
You have a stage too?
Of course I do. You really don't know anything, do you? Bet you don't even know what those are.
She pointed to the shadow, which looked to be in the middle of snuffing along the ground for more drops to eat. Street Beat shook his head.
They're called Negati. Negati? I don't know, whatever.
I think it's Negati, yeah. You get them on your stage then?
Yeah, they're all over on everybody's stage.
Wait, so there are more people?
Why wouldn't there be? There are tons of people in Wonderworld, all living on their own stages, but everyone's super friendly, so we go play on each other's stages a lot.
Street Beat couldn't believe it. Lance had never mentioned anything about that to him, not even once. I had no idea. Clock Tower Kid gave him a confused look.
You've been in Wonderworld this whole time and never once thought that there might be stages besides yours?
She huffed.
You must not be interested in other people, huh?
He considered this for a moment and then nodded.
I don't think I am. I'm happy dancing by myself.
Really? But going to other stages and making new friends is so much fun.
How do you even get to someone else's stage anyway?
There are hidden passageways that connect them. I've been in the Wonderworld for forever, so I found a whole bunch of secrets like that.
What do you mean forever? How long have you been here?
Clockwork Tower Kid tilted her head ever so slightly to one side.
Dunno, but quit asking me questions and show me around your stage already!
Street Beat took her on a tour. It didn't take long. His stage was only a few blocks, surrounded by an endless expanse of nothing.
This place is teeny.
It's plenty for dancing.
If you say so. Anyway, want to check out my stage? And after that I can introduce you to some of the others.
Sure, I guess. It sounded like a pain in the butt, and he didn't really care about meeting other people. But for so long, Street Beat had assumed he was the only stage in all of Wonderworld. Now that he knew different, he couldn't help but be a little curious. Ooh,
cool.
We made progress.
Okay, Tim.
Who cares? Tim Schmoopit, unlock the 5th section of the Tower of oh my god, it took me off the fucking platform. Go fuck yourself.
No!
Are you noticing that the book paging is getting messed up because I'm using the controller? Because I noticed.
For context, I noticed. Was screen sharing the EPUB to me, so we're both looking at the same screen, so...
So follow me. Clock Tower Kid took the lead down the street.
I think that's you.
Oh, that is me, thank you. So, how are we leaving? Is there an underground tunnel or something? Clock Tower Kid shook her head.
Nope, no tunnels. It's all in how we move. That's the key to opening the invisible doors to other stages. First you walk straight ahead for 10 steps, then turn left for 8. Okay, why are we doing, like, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Void Glitch right now? Like...
I know! What's going on? She crossed the street and went down an alley, then vaulted herself over a squat wall. She was light and quick on her feet, so fast that Street Beat had to scramble to keep up. This way and that, they zigged and zagged. He did his best to remember all the turns. Clock Tower Kid leapt nimbly off a wall. What are you, some sort of cat?
Don't!
She shouted. She crouched down, trembling, and covered her ears.
Don't say that! I'm not listening!
She curled in on herself even more, shaking violently. Clock Tower Kid? Hey, are you okay? No matter how many times Street Beat called her name, she would not respond.
I'm forgetting what you said.
She mumbled at last, closing her eyes.
Forget. Then, all forgot.
She said, and stood straight up. When she looked back at him, there was no trace of her earlier terror anywhere on her face.
What's with you, Street Beat? You gotta keep it up or it won't work.
So she really had forgotten his cat comparison and what hearing it had done to her.
Okay, so she really hates being called the cat girl.
Yeah, this is stage 6's girl, so I'm guessing she's she's absolutely hiding the trauma of thinking a cat died in front of her.
Right, yeah, thinking her cat got run over. Right.
Yeah. Street Beat had no clue what had just happened, but Clock Tower Kid had started walking again, so he followed. Whatever the reason, hearing the word cat seemed to upset her, so he resolved not to say it in front of her again. They walked along the wall for a while before turning a corner, and as they did, the scenery changed. Where are we? Said Street Beat, amazed. There ought to have been a hamburger shop right in front of them, but instead it was a place he had never seen before.
My stage.
Clock Tower Kid's chest puffed out in pride.
We passed through the invisible walls between them.
In front of them sprawled a huge plaza, in the middle of which stood a beautiful clock tower. Here and there, Street Beat could see Negati. That much, at least, was just like his stage. Strolling along the street in front of the clock tower were people, though their bodies were partially see-through. Street Beat realized these insubstantial people must be of Clock Tower Kid's creation. And it wasn't just people walking around, but stuffed animals and dolls, too. Did you make all of this?
Sure did,
she said, nodding.
I like all the hustle and bustle. Lance showed me how to do it. You want me to show you?
Street Beat shook his head. I'm good.
If you say so.
Clock Tower Kid did not seem convinced, but she let it go and began the tour of her stage. It was different from Street Beat's in every way imaginable, though he had to admit it was beautiful. Clock Tower Kid had pulled out all the stops. Tied around the street lamps were bows of every color, and the benches all had covers on them, embroidered with cute designs and characters. Teddy bears and fuzzy mice and all sorts of stuffed animals sat on the benches, chattering away. Street Beat was not surprised to notice that there were no stuffed cats in sight. It was nice, but it wasn't the sort of stage he would have designed for himself. He sniffed the sweet-smelling air, feeling a little out of place.
What do you think?
It's something else, he demurred.
If you want to go back to your own stage, all you have to do is go down the path we used to come here, but backwards. For example, we went 10 forward and 8 right to get here, so to go back you'd have to go 8 forward and 10 left. What a surprise to see! Taking field trips to other stages, are we?
Called a voice behind them. Street Beat whirled around and saw Lance. He hadn't even noticed the man's appearance. Lance flourished a hand in his usual graceful greeting and smiled.
Fancy meeting you here.
Am I in trouble? For some reason, Street Beat felt like he should have asked Lance permission before going to someone else's stage. But Lance only shook his head.
Perish the thought. When have I ever told you what you can or cannot do? If you want to do something, do. Far be it from me to control you.
Well, it's just... You never told me there were other stages. Lance gave a shrug.
Simply knowledge you never sought. You preferred to be left to your stage and your dancing, did you not? You didn't ask, and I didn't tell.
Lance glanced to Clock Tower Kid.
I do hope all here as well. Everything's great.
She replied, smiling at him.
Wonderful, splendid, fantastic, and grand. But should you need me, call my name. I'll lend you a hand.
This is you still.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Hey, how do you like my stage? It is more exquisite each time I visit.
Lance smiled. He looked like he really meant it.
I know, right? I mean, look at that teddy bear. Isn't it just the cutest?
With a satisfied sigh, she pointed to one of the many stuffed animals seated upon the benches. You don't have to apologize, it was a weird part for the page to break. Oh, there's a drawing. It's White Boy Lance. You know what White Boy Lance looks like. We all saw him in the boss fight after we kicked his ass. You remember White Boy Lance.
Oh, right. Okay, so this is like the both of them. Okay, so this is when he's still just before he got separated into the two, I guess.
Either that, or this is Lance before he gets, like, corrupted by the Negati.
I guess, yeah.
I keep wanting to say Negati. I don't know why I want to put the stressor on the A there.
Yeah, like, it doesn't make sense with how the word negative is, but it also just sounds better, I think.
Yeah, let's just say Negati from now on.
Yeah, Negati.
You have more dialogue you have to do. I'm so sorry.
Okay, my terrible, horrible, no good, very bad British accent.
Keep doing it, it's funny.
Okay. It is so! How I love watching your stage bloom and grow. Seeing you little ones happy brings such joy to my heart, though I am afraid it is time now for me to depart. I'm sure when I next come to see all the sights, you'll have created even more amazing delights. Okay, so he wasn't rhyming before, right?
No, he's been rhyming the whole time.
Okay, I didn't catch it before. Okay, He's
been rhyming the whole time.
Okay, that's okay. I thought that he wasn't. I didn't process it at first, and I was like, did they just like suddenly remember that he's supposed to rhyme and then like start doing it? But no, I'm just not looking. I guess.
Nah, he's been rhyming the whole time.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, that does scan really badly.
Aha! Welcome, Spriley. Welcome to the book reading. Hello.
Hi everyone.
It's the host.
I don't know anything about Bellan. Who is he?
Don't worry about it. Here's what we know so far. There's a 13-year-old boy who's forgotten his name. His real name's Leo. Everybody's been calling him Street Beat, so we're just gonna keep on calling him Street Beat. He's in the magical theater run by Lance, a nice man who shows him that he could conjure anything of his mind. He doesn't know how long he's been here, but he's been having fun dancing. And he just got shown around a different person's world. He didn't know that other people had stages until now.
What page are we up to?
We're on page 23. I am screen sharing if you want to just watch my screen share.
Oh, okay.
I have taken on the roles of narrator and Street Beat. Sumi's got Clock Tower Kid, and Balan, but Lance. Okay, where were we?
They are different characters.
They are different. They are two separate people. I think at some point in this book they're gonna split, or they're already split. Balan is like the good guy in the game, and then Lance is the guy that keeps trying to beat you up. In the game.
And like to be clear,
so far it seems like Lance is nice. So
only the bare minimum of this information is in the game at all. There have already been multiple things that have been said, and I've been like, where was this? like none of this is in the video game whatsoever.
Well, that's great then, because I don't know anything about the video game or what happens in that.
The video game is not going to help you, don't worry.
Yeah, great.
Don't worry about it. The video game won't help you at all. With that, Lance spun gracefully on his heel and vanished. Do you like him? Asked Street Beat. Clock Tower Kid nodded.
He's really nice and handsome, and he taught me how to change my stage and everything.
So, you're happy living here too, then?
Huh? I mean, yeah, but, well, lately...
Clock Tower Kid shook her head.
Never mind, it's nothing.
Streetbeat could tell she was hiding something, but he chose not to press the issue. He didn't want to get involved in other people's problems. Besides, Streetbeat had secrets of his own, like that strange vision he had seen, but he wasn't about to confide something like that to a little kid. Wanting to change the subject, he pointed at one of the Nagati, picking up drops from the street. Your stage has them too, just like he said.
I told you, every stage does. The pellets.
Look at the video game.
Feed me pellets,
Ignore
no
the fact
pest.
Do you see those pellets on the side of the screen?
Wait, okay, so those are... Okay, right. I see.
Yes, hold on. I
So
need to go
those
back
are
to the
just like a
page we were
real
on.
thing in the world?
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, and like, there's no information on what they are still.
Yes, we know one thing from the end of the game. End of the game.
Okay,
Fallon
true,
shed
true,
a single. Fallon shed a single tear, and as it hit the ground, it turned into one of the drops. So that's all we know
Okay.
about them
Oh,
so far.
fuck.
He's sad.
Yeah, so that's all we know about it. Okay.
Okay.
I told you, every stage does. Oh, right, I was gonna introduce you to some of the others. Come on.
Clock Tower Kid started walking. Streetbeat didn't really care about meeting other people, but he had no reason to refuse the offer either. Plus, he wanted to figure out what was causing him to feel strangely uneasy, and what that out-of-the-blue vision was all about. Who was that girl, and the tall man in the top hat? He still couldn't remember ever meeting either of them, though now that he thought about it, the man in the top hat reminded him a bit of Lance. But Lance always had a gentle smile on his face, and the man in the top hat had been almost smirking.
Hey, come on.
Clock Tower Kid shouted as she rounded a corner. 2 or 3 turns later, the world around him changed again. Chapter 2. Pensive Periot. Pierrot.
I mean,
Puro,
a perfect
Puro,
character
whatever.
for me to show up. Perfect character.
Good. They were in a giant amusement park. Streetbeat could hear a jaunty marching tune playing somewhere in the distance. Whose stage is this?
Pensive Puros.
Said Clock Tower Kid. She took out a small mirror from her pocket, checking her hair with a slight blush on her face.
I hope you like him as much as I do.
There were so many people here. Families with little kids in tow, lovey-dovey couples holding hands, probably all created by Pensive Pierrot. They all looked like they were having the time of their lives. The air was buttery with the smell of fresh popcorn. How come it was easier to get here than when you brought me from my stage to yours?
Probably because me and Pensive are friends. I had a real hard time finding the way to your stage.
As she spoke, the aforementioned Pierrot came into sight.
I knew it. I had a hunch you were here, Clock Tower Kid.
I brought a new friend.
Pensive Pierrot removed his grinning clown's mask, revealing a remarkably handsome young man.
Hello, and welcome to my amusement park. A Pensive Pierrot. You must be Streetbeat, am I right?
Streetbeat felt his jaw drop. How did you know my name? The clown inclined his head to one side and thought.
Names are meant to be known, aren't they? Clock Tower Kid was the very first person I met here, and as soon as I saw her, I knew that's what she was called. I knew her name before I even knew I had a name of my own.
Clock Tower Kid nodded.
Yeah, the first person I met was Checkered King, and we knew each other's names right away, too. They just sort of came to us, and it's been like that with everyone I've met since. Nothing out of the ordinary.
If you say so. Something told Streetbeat it was very out of the ordinary, but he didn't have any hard evidence to argue otherwise. In fact, he was starting to think that was just the way things worked around here.
Well,
Said Pensive Pierrot, sweeping into a clownish bow.
it's an absolute pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I do hope you enjoy yourself. You must ride the Ferris wheel first. You could take in the whole park from up there.
As he spoke, he ushered them towards the towering structure. With a snap of his fingers, the ride crawled to a stop. The gondola door opened to reveal two small Nagati, perched on the bench with confused expressions on their faces. Just forgot how to talk there for a second.
Ah, my apologies.
Pensive Perot picked the Nagati up, depositing them on the ground outside the gondola.
After you.
He motioned to the now vacated seat. Clock Tower Kid
Wait,
lifted
hang
the hem
on,
of her
hang
skirt.
on, wait.
Yeah, what's up?
He just took them off the Ferris wheel.
Yeah. Those are like the enemy mobs in game. So far, all they really do is look at you and eat pellets off the ground, which is very
So
funny.
basically, what they're the evil Tims, but they're not evil yet. Is what we're getting at.
Yeah, they're
Alright,
just
okay.
kind of chilling. Clock Tower Kid lifted the hem of her skirt and dipped a quick curtsy before getting in, like a princess boarding a horse-drawn carriage. Street Beat and Pensive Perot followed. The clown snapped his fingers again and the Ferris wheel started moving. True to his word, you really could see the entire park from the top. Roller coasters twisted and looped and spiraled. Families and couples queued for a turn on the merry-go-round. Teacups twirled in a rainbow of ever-changing color. Street Beat had always written off amusement parks as childish and silly. But looking at all this made him want to check out each and every attraction. Even the one of the white-clad figures outside, beckoning passers-by into what Street Beat figured was a haunted house.
I never get tired of coming here.
Said Clock Tower Kid, rapture on her face as she gazed at the park below.
I'm happy to hear that.
Pensive Perot replied with a smile. Clock Tower Kid quickly turned her reddening face away. The sidewalks below were crowded of more than just park-goers. There were Nagati, too. It seemed like you could change every detail of the stage you wanted, except them. There's so many of them here, said Street Beat.
Here and everywhere else.
I never paid them much mind before, but now I can't help but wonder. What's their deal?
They don't ever seem to do anything but look for drops.
Without warning, Pensive Perot started shaking, all the blood draining from his face.
Pensive!
Clock Tower Kid grabbed his sleeve. His eyes squeezed shut, and for a while he just shook and shook. Eventually, he opened his eyes bit by bit, his breath ragged.
Who are they?
He mumbled. Flashes of his own vision flitted through Street Beat's mind. Pensive, you saw someone, didn't you?
So, you've seen them too?
Street Beat nodded. Yeah, not too long ago. I got this vision of a grinning man in a top hat and a girl.
That's them. Was it your first vision?
Street Beat nodded again.
This was my second. But it wasn't just the man in the top hat and the girl. There was a woman with long silver hair, too. I didn't get a good look at them, though. Everything was all fuzzy.
Huh. I never saw a silver-haired woman.
You didn't?
Pensive Perot looked surprised to hear that.
Ever since my first vision of her, I've had this sort of yearning. Like I want to be near her, but I can't close the distance between us. Makes me feel so very lonely.
His eyes were fixed on something very far away. Clock Tower Kid tugged on his sleeve.
You're not alone. You've got me.
Seeming flustered, the clown gave a quick nod.
I know. I don't feel so lonely when you're around. But I've always wondered why everyone calls me Pensive Perot. And now I think it's because I'm always thinking about her.
He let out a small sigh.
Even though I've never met her.
A sorrowful look crossed Clock Tower Kid's face.
Then you should just forget about her.
The clown let the comment go by without response.
But what about you?
He said to the girl.
Have you seen anything?
For a few moments, she did not answer.
Full page blank. Oh, image.
I've seen them.
She said at last.
That creepy grinning man in the top hat and the girl. She looks like she's the same age as you, Streetbeat. Her name is Fighter. I never said anything because I didn't want you to think I was weird, Pensive. But there was a really scary creature, too. It was mostly in shadow, so I couldn't really tell what it was, except that it had pointy ears.
Streetbeat wondered if it had been a cat she'd seen, but kept the thought to himself. He did not want to send her into another panic like before.
So it's not just me then. All three of us have had visions of the same grinning man and girl. It has to mean something, but what? And why are we each seeing something slightly different? The silver-haired woman for me, and the scary creature for Clock Tower Kid. Did you see anything else, Streetbeat?
Me? No, I didn't. But how many people are there in Wonderworld? People like us, I mean.
Well, Clock Tower Kid and I have met 12, including you, and there's signs of one other, but no one's ever been to their stage.
Pensive Perot folded his arms over his chest.
Something's up. Maybe I ought to talk to the others. That grinning man and a girl called Fighter could be dangerous.
You shouldn't go alone,
said Clock Tower Kid, grabbing the clown's sleeve.
Yeah, you're right. I'd feel better if you were with me.
At that, Clock Tower Kid's face turned red again.
You coming, Streetbeat?
Streetbeat didn't really care about meeting the others or seeing their stages, but he couldn't not care if something weird was about to happen to Wonderworld. It would really suck if it got in the way of his dancing, just when he'd finally gotten into a good groove.
Okay.
Yeah, man. He's 14. He's 14 years old.
When he doesn't want to
It's incredible.
escape the weird dimension that he's in, he just wants to dance.
Nah, no,
Yeah,
he's
like,
chill. He's so happy in his
like, I
dimension where he just dances forever.
He's like, I don't remember my name, and I don't know how long I've been here, but I'm literally just straight chillin', so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, sure. I'm coming.
So where should we start? If we're gonna visit everyone, it could be kind of a pain, but first...
Pensive Perot put a finger up to Clock Tower Kid's mouth to stop her.
You need to do all that. Hold on. There's something Streetbeat needs to take in for himself.
Clock Tower Kid tilted her head at him, but understanding soon blossomed over the confusion on her face.
Gotcha.
She said, and started walking. Pensive Perot followed, keeping pace with her as they headed toward whatever destination he apparently had in mind. Streetbeat hurried after them, but found himself glancing back over his shoulder as he went. He couldn't put his finger on it, but he had the oddest feeling that something was missing from Pensive's amusement park. It was quiet. That jaunty marching tune from earlier had stopped.
Farmer Ted!
Chapter 4, Scarecrow. The stage changed. The scent of soil permeated the air. In front of them stood a wooden arch, beyond which stretched nothing but corn and more corn. The verdant
Ohio.
stalks still looked still too early to harvest. Nagati roved through the fields, picking up the drops scattered here and there on the ground, just like in Streetbeat's stage. An old-fashioned farmhouse squatted in the middle of the fields. A middle-aged man in overalls and a straw hat sat in a rocking corner on the front porch. He must have noticed Streetbeat and the others because he was waving. They waded through the sea of corn towards the farmhouse. Howdy, Clock Tower Kid, Pensive Perot, and... The man paused his rocking, squinting at the boy. Streetbeat, I reckon? Is there anyone here who doesn't know my name?
Why don't you try guessing his?
said Pensa Poirot, almost teasingly. Seriously? Streetbeat didn't think it would work, but he decided to humor the clown anyway. He stared at the older man long and hard. A name popped into his head. Scarecrow? Heh, you betcha! The man clapped a hand to Streetbeat's shoulder.
Actually, it's Farmer Ted.
Not in this book, it isn't. No, it's gonna confuse me. Slash later.
Okay.
Wait,
fair.
did they really? Wait, is this just a differently named character in the game?
No,
his
it's
name
because
isn't Farmer Ted the name either. These are none of them remember their real names. These are all like
Right. Okay.
There's just a really good Snapcube video where she's like fucking up
okay.
Farmer Ted, and it's like one of the
Yeah.
few things that I like. He's Farmer
Okay.
Ted.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Hi, Scarecrow. How have you been?
said Clock Tower Kid. A broad grin lit Scarecrow's face. Oh, just fine, just fine. Thanks for asking. Whiling away the hours, just staring at my fields. He motioned for them to have a seat in the other chairs on the porch, then got up and opened the front door. Coffee good with you, Pensive? And I got plenty of milk for Clock Tower Kid. Scratch that, you two go for tea whenever you visit together, ain't that right?
I always have tea.
Corrected Clock Tower Kid, faintly glaring at the farmer as if he let something slip that he shouldn't have. Shucks, I plumb forgot, he said, scratching the back of his head. Pensa Poirot chuckled. What'll it be for you, Streetbeat? I think that's me. I'm good with whatever. Don't be shy now. I gotta make a good first impression. In that case, I'll have a ginger ale. Back at 2 shakes, said Scarecrow, and disappeared inside. The three of them reclined on the porch. I like this stage.
I like this stage.
Oh, that's you. That's you.
I like this stage. It's quiet. A clown can relax here.
When there's multiple speaking characters in a scene, I highly prefer if the book would indicate who's fucking talking, but we don't get to have that privilege.
This book is not good about that. Like,
It's
sometimes
not.
it's not
the
bad,
prose
but there's
is
like
nice.
But there's like 6 lines of dialogue with no indication of who is saying what, and there's like 3 talking characters in a scene.
No,
It's
there's
like, I don't know.
4 now. 4 talking
Yeah.
characters.
There are 4 right
And
now,
they
and half the
don't
time it is
indicate-
not indicating who is who.
And like they don't have any particular like other than I guess Scarecrow does now, but like other than that, no one has any particular like ways of speaking that sort of identify themselves. Like they all just kind of talk normally. There's no way to tell them apart.
Yeah, that's the main problem, is that there's not like, they're all just kind of, the dialogue is not like particularly
Clear.
characterful, I
It's not
guess.
clear.
I mean, there's some
Maybe that's
stuff.
why they didn't want to put any in the goddamn game.
Maybe.
Okay.
Don't
Well,
worry, we're
anyway.
already totally lost. Lock in! Haven't you ever had an audiobook
This
before?
will
Haven't
be
you ever
on the
had a
test.
bad audiobook before? Lock in, there will be a quiz. Just listen to this.
if you fail
while
the quiz,
doing
you're
the
getting
dishes or
banned from the
something.
channel.
Yeah, you're getting banned, so make sure you're paying attention to the audiobook, okay? A clown can relax here, said Poirot. Yeah, it's nice, Streetbeat nodded. His gaze wandered over the sheds, the various farming equipment left out here and there, and a windmill for pumping water, unmoving while someone tinkered away at it. Everything left him feeling oddly wistful. Hope you're thirsty. Scarecrow reappeared with a tray bearing coffee, tea, and a glass of ginger ale. Make yourselves at home. That's not what he sounds like. Wrong voice. Wrong voice. That's like my busy boy voice. What are we doing? The farmer eased himself back down onto his rocking chair. So, he said to Streetbeat, tell me about your stage. I'm doing it. Fuck. I've lost the ability to do.
It's because you were channeling Cobblegale, and now you're transitioning from Cobblegale into Busy Boy.
It's very okay. I don't remember how to do it in a second. Tell me about your stage. What do you get up to over there? It's just a normal city street full of shops and stuff. But I don't go shopping. I just dance. All the time? Golly, you kids sure have energy to spare. Me? I like to sit here on this here rocking chair and look out at the fields. Spend my days peaceful like. Pensive Perrault furrowed his brow. Are they all peaceful? Oh, wait, this is you.
I only ask because, well, the three of us have been seeing these odd visions.
Scarecrow's eyes shot up from his own coffee. From his expression, Streetbeat could tell that he had seen something too. You mean you seen the grinning man in the top hat? And the girl called Fighter? And them dancing trees, too? Pensive Perrault tilted his head.
Well, none of us have seen the trees. The only thing our visions all have in common are Fighter and the Grinning Man.
What else was in yours, then? Poirot.
I saw a woman with long silver hair. Clock Tower Kid saw some sort of scary creature. Streetbeat only saw Fighter and the man in the top hat. Dancing trees, you say? Pensive Perrault's voice is going on a journey, and I'm just along
It's
for the
okay.
ride.
I'm enjoying
I think we're all kind of accepting that,
self-discovery.
like,
Yeah. An accent is a very tricky thing to hold on to. They're slippery. A frown dug a deep trench across Scarecrow's face. Them dancing trees. They want to take everything from me. 3 times I see them now, and every time they get closer. Clock Tower Kid clasped her hands to her chest.
What do you think it means?
The farmer released a sigh. Beats me. Reckon I was imagining things, but if I ain't the only one seeing these visions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm worried about the others too. The 3 of us are going to pay everyone a visit. See if we can't find out anything else.
Pensive Perrault stood up from his chair.
Thanks for the coffee.
Moseying on already, are ya? Scarecrow rubbed a hand along his jaw, deep in thought. Reckon you ought to head to Bugsy's stage next. It's the closest one to mine.
That's the plan. Thanks for the lovely tea, Scarecrow.
Said Clock Tower Kid, curtsying. Scarecrow stood and waved as they waded away through the cornfields. Clock Tower Kid kept turning around the wave back until he disappeared from sight. So, all the stages aren't all just connected the same way? Asked Streetbeat.
Nope. For whatever reason, some are easier to get to depending on where you leave from. Like, it'd be a pain to get to Pence's stage from here, but it's super easy to get to his from mine.
Clock Tower Kid sounded pretty pleased about that.
3 steps ahead, turn left for 7.
Streetbeat did his best to remember the way, but a niggling sensation in the back of his mind spoiled his concentration. Something bothered him about how Scarecrow said he spent all his time in his rocking chair, but Streetbeat couldn't put his finger on it. Chapter 5. Bugsy. The stage changed again. They were in some sort of forest. The air didn't smell like farm soil anymore, but like leaves and tree bark. Trees of all shapes and sizes towered on every side of them, and at their feet blossomed beautiful flowers. Clock Tower Kid poked at an adorable little mushroom. Its umbrella-shaped cap deflated, as out from the folds puffed sweet-smelling spores. After a few seconds, the cap ballooned back out.
Cool, huh? I call them aroma shrooms. They smell different depending on the color.
She poked and prodded mushroom after mushroom. Curious, Streetbeat decided to try poking one for himself, but before he could, a voice called out from behind them. He spun around and saw a girl of about his age with a shy smile on her face. Hi,
Clock Tower Kid.
Oh, you want to take her?
Who wants
I
to
don't
do
wanna do
Bugsy?
it. Someone else.
I was thinking.
I don't.
I'll do it.
Okay, that's fine.
Hi, Clock Tower Kid. I knew it was you as soon as I smelled the aroma shroom. Good to see you too, Pensive. And...
The girl, Bugsy, fixed her eyes on Streetbeat.
Streetbeat. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Same. He gave her a quick dip of his head in greeting.
It warms the cockles to see you well, your bugsiness.
Which is a sentence no one's ever said before, said Pensive Brow, sweeping a bow that would put any court gesture to shame.
Why would you shorten warms the cockles of my heart to just warms the cockles?
Because
Warms
now
my
I have
cock
to
to
take
see ya. Like, it's bad.
That's pretty
No,
bad,
that's
yeah.
bad. That's really bad.
It's not
What
good.
do you think of my stage, Street Beat?
Said Bugsy, stifling a giggle at the clown's antics. Streetbeat cast his eyes around the forest. It was not densely wooded, so there were plenty of sunlight flickering in through the leaves. I can't fucking say words. And unsurprising for a stage belonged to a kid called Bugsy, the place was crawling with bugs. Beetles, ladybugs, ants, all of them as big as puppies. And there were swarms of Nagati too, just like on every other stage. It's nice, said Streetbeat. I like bugs too. Bugsy grinned, and then took them on a tour. Grasshoppers, perhaps startled by the group's footfalls, leapt from their path. She showed them her favorite pond, where dragonflies big enough for a person to ride on glided gracefully across the surface. There were even spiders, which Streetbeat expected most girls would loathe. Their lacy webs were not sticky at all, he found, but melted like snow under his touch.
We got our first misogyny. Everyone clap and cheer.
Yeah.
Alright.
He's
Anyway.
14.
Yeah, true.
Checks.
The webs
Checks
aren't
out,
catching anything.
explained Bugsy eagerly.
Here on my stage, I wanted all the bugs to live together in harmony. That means no one else is anyone else's snack.
Streetbeat thought that was sweet, but something else was weighing on his mind. He expected no less for a girl called Bugsy to populate her stage with a bunch of, well, bugs. But there was one species missing. He had not seen a single butterfly since arriving. His curiosity had ballooned since that realization, but something told him he shouldn't bring it up. I mean, he thought, what if Bugsy reacts to the word butterfly the same way Clock Tower Kid reacted to cat? Petter Perot and Clock Tower Kid had known her longer, so they probably knew the deal with Bugsy and butterflies. That would also explain why they refrained from commenting on it. I wonder if they think there's a word they shouldn't say around me, too. But what word would that be? He wanted to ask about it, but something told him he shouldn't be bringing that up either. Instead, he asked if Bugsy had any visions featuring the grinning man and the girl called Fighter. The smile took flight from Bugsy's face.
Yeah, I've seen them 3 times. I didn't mention it because I didn't want anyone thinking I was weird.
Her eyes brushed timidly over each of them.
Same reason you never said anything, right?
I'm gonna take a quick break to pee. I'm gonna be back in a few seconds. I'm gonna let in a new voice into the group so we can all say hi to each other while I'm peeing. Hello, Fandovers, aka Pyro. Welcome to the broadcast. A person who's actually read the fucking book.
In the chat.
Yeah, I was watching. I have to get up to pee. Everybody catch up. Pyro. Okay, bye.
I mean, I've read the book.
Don't worry about it.
I've read the book. It's okay. Everyone remind me anyway. Anyway, are you guys enjoying so far?
It seems
I'm
like nothing's
fascinated.
really happening.
I'm just kind of fascinated by like how much of this is just not even really implied in the book at all, like in the game at all.
Yep. It's so disconnected, it fucking sucks.
Yeah, cause like I never would have thought that these were like people who knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's certainly something.
It's nice to see them, like, interacting and stuff, though.
Yeah. And like being people, which the game doesn't do.
Mm-hmm. Also, hi,
This
chat.
is my only experience
Hello.
of Bland, so this is just like.
Oh, I show up as my
watching.
D&D character in the fucking stream. Whoops, let me change that.
This stream feels like a hostage situation. Compliment. Correct. This is a hostage situation. I've been threatening everybody in this group chat to join to help me voice the book. I will not
can I
say
voice
what
someone?
I threaten them with, because that's privileged information.
Is there anyone you haven't gotten to yet?
What do you mean? We're at the Bugsy chapter. If you watch my screen share, you'll see the blip. You'll be able to read along. I'm doing narrator and
Oh,
Street
yeah.
Beat.
Sumi's got the goils so far. And the
I've
weird
got
fucking
Clock Tower
voice
Kid
acted by
and-
Spryly.
Clock Tower Kid, Bugsy, and also Lance.
So true.
Yeah.
But also, honestly, if you want to take Lance from me, please do.
You don't want to voice him?
I've been doing a really bad British accent.
Oh god, fucking British.
Okay, what would you pick then?
For Lance? Like,
I'm guessing not British.
I mean, that's certainly a take. It's certainly.
I'm getting the sense that this is maybe a bad decision on my part.
I just feel like I can't do a British accent very well. I was gonna say if
No,
I just
you
voiced
don't-
him
you
fucking
don't-
normally, he'd
it's
be
okay.
Canadian. Lizzo.
I mean, you
Okay.
could make him Canadian. That's
Balan
fine.
Wonderworld
Make
takes
him
place
say
in Canada.
fucking
Who fucking knows
sorry
anymore?
instead of sorry. He never fucking. He doesn't say that shit.
The stream is a nightmare. This is one of the
Yes.
streams ever.
Yes.
Like,
Okay,
I
do you
can
mind-
make
do you
him
mind-
with like this accent if you want me to.
Okay, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, let's do that.
Like, incredible.
I don't
I'm
even
gonna
know. It's
start,
like fucking Britain, like Cockney Australian. I don't fucking know. She's voice.
It's good.
Okay,
Do it.
okay, I'll pick
You
back
should do
up.
it.
Okay,
I
I'll
love
pick-
it.
Like,
Yeah.
I was gonna pick
Okay,
back
I'll
up
pick
here
back up.
on the highlight.
Okay.
so I,
Instead, he had asked if Bugsy had had any visions. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Instead, he asked if Bugsy had any visions featuring the grinning man and the girl called Fighter. The smile took flight from Bugsy's face.
Yeah, I've seen them 3 times. I didn't mention it because I didn't want anyone thinking I was weird.
Her eyes brushed timidly over each of them.
Same reason you never said anything, right?
Streetbeat nodded. Was there anything else you saw? In your visions? A shiver rippled over her.
There was this creature, sort of snaking around like it was trying to find me. I was so scared it was gonna eat me or something. Every time I have the vision, it's closer. Sooner or later, it's gonna get me. I just know it.
My cat just got in my room. It's yelling at me even though I already got bed. Let me move him really quick.
Yeah.
The
Average cat activities.
Get out of here.
I think that was the creature that was getting closer.
That's the scareful creature.
Yeah, it was gonna. That's the scary creature.
That's a scary creature. Something bad. Oh, that's not. Bugsy
Wait,
trailed
no,
off.
never mind. Nope. Random character change. All right. Something bad is happening in Wonderworld, isn't it?
Said Clock Tower Kid. At her question, Prince of Perot let out a frustrating sigh.
Or something bad is about to happen. Whatever's going on, we need to find out more. Do you want to come with us, Bugsy?
Her hands clapped to her chest. Bugsy shook her head.
If something bad's going to happen, I don't want to leave my stage.
I understand.
The clown gave her a reassuring smile.
We'll let you know what we can find out. In the meantime, if anything happens to your stage, you can take refuge in my amusement park. We'll figure this out, okay?
The clown waved farewell, and off they went.
I gotta be
Chapter
right back,
6.
so I'm taking a brief clown break.
Okay,
Brief clown break. Okay.
brief clown break. We will continue. Chapter 6, Watcher of the Woods. The next stage was a forest too, but it wasn't anything like Bugsy's. This forest was deep and dark, but with tiny slivers of sunlight able to cut through the thick foliage. The only way of walking through the trees was via the rope bridges strung between them. It was upon one of those bridges Streetbeat and the others now stood. He glanced over the side of the bridge. It was hard to judge just how high they were. But he looked up. He saw tiny tree houses dotting the branches.
Who wants to do this?
you want to voice her? This girl. I love her.
Okay. Hiya!
I could try.
Came a woman's.
Are you,
You
going
could
to?
try.
Okay. No.
I have one accent I could do, and it's Brooklyn American, and I have a feeling that is not what this woman sounds like.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be. It could be because she is the one with like the city development project that she's trying to stop.
Could be.
Okay, I'll do it then. Hiya! Came a woman's voice above them. Streetbeat saw a tall woman, her head wrapped in a bandana, whom he guessed was somewhere in her 30s. With nimble movements, she maneuvered herself down the tree toward them. She had a welcoming smile on her face. Streetbeat stared at her. You must be Watcher of the Woods? Yep, but you could just call me Watcher. Wonderful to meet you, Streetbeat. She clapped a friendly hand on his shoulder. Oh fuck, who's picking up the clown?
I'm right back. I already got back.
Never mind, welcome back.
I thought you
We're
were-
meeting
The
Bird
clown back.
Lady. Bird Lady
Where the
is
fuck
here.
are we?
Right here.
You're getting good with the name thing.
Whoa. Hello? I did not mean
Whoa.
to do that. Said Penta Perot, smiling. Why are you called Watcher of the Woods? Wish I knew. She tilted her head to one side, thinking, maybe it's 'cause I spend all day patrolling the trees. What are you patrolling for? Said Streetbeat. You know, to make sure nothing bad or anything happens. Watcher snorted, though it's not like anything bad ever happens in Wonderworld. Penta Perot frowned.
I don't know about that. There's something we wanted to ask you, Watcher.
Seeming to glean the gravity of the situation from the clown's tone, she said, "Let's talk at my treehouse," and led the way. Streetbeat and the others climbed up after her, putting their hands and feet on the same places Watcher put hers. Higher and higher they went, and higher still, until the entire forest spread out beneath them. Streetbeat knew they were climbing one of the many gigantic arbors, but from up here it was impossible to tell just how high above the ground they were, or even how much further the tree towered into the sky. He remembered watching a line of ants scampering up a tree by the side of the road once, and felt as tiny as they had been. He had to hand it to Watcher for creating something so incredible, but at the same time, he noticed something missing. He couldn't keep his curiosity lidded. "Pensive," he whispered. "There aren't any birds."
Hush. I said, hang on, let me turn off noise suppression. Shh.
Hushed the clown, putting a finger to his lips.
You probably know this already, but pointing out what's different about someone else's stage is bad manners.
So there's like a rule against it or something? Who decided that?
It's not something anyone else decided, so to speak. So we just can't talk about it.
Up until now, Streetbeat thought everyone can change their stages to be whatever they wanted. That everyone lacked for nothing and spent their time exactly as they wished. But maybe that isn't true. Okay, so that means there's something different, something missing from my stage too.
Maybe, maybe not. I've never been to your stage, so I wouldn't know.
Penta Perot mumbled. Watcher's treehouse was something else. Streetbeat could tell it had been constructed very carefully to avoid damaging the tree in which it was built. Inside there was a small table and cozy bed. Sorry, I couldn't build the treehouses any bigger without risking hurting the trees. Still, it's just the right size for one person, wouldn't you think? That said, I know it doesn't leave much room for chairs, so pull up some floor. Watcher perched on the side of her bed. Penta Perot sat in the opposite corner, and Clock Tower Kid and Streetbeat sat beside him. The three of them took up the entire floor of the treehouse. Clock Tower Kid sat squished beside the clown. Sorry again, I know it's a squeeze, said Watcher.
Not something the book says, to be fair.
/Jen, I've been adding some name tags because I'm bad at accents.
Oh, that's fair enough.
And also because the book should have them.
Yeah,
No, yeah,
it
that-
does.
So
It gets
I'm
kind of-
book
just
really
adding them when I'm
should,
worried
yeah.
it might not be clear who's talking, for me, because I'm bad at it.
No, you're good.
Not at all.
Said Penta Perot.
It's a lovely treehouse. Now, to the matter at hand.
He took a breath. Are you here to ask about the visions? Watcher's words caught Street Beat off guard. How do you know? Because
how
I've
did
never
you
seen
know?
you without a smile on your face, Pensive. And right now you're frowning so hard, I can feel it. Soon as I noticed, that's when it hit me that I might not be the only one who's had these weird visions. Pensive Perot gave a heavy nod.
You've got keen eyes, Watcher, and even keener intuition.
Flattery will get you everywhere. Speaking of my keen eyes, in my vision I saw a girl called Fido, and a grinning man in a top hat, and some sort of giant, terrible beast. It's come to me twice now, but it never lasts longer than a second.
Fighter and the Grinning Man are the two constants between all our visions. Otherwise, we each see something slightly different.
Like what?
Clock Tower Kid sees some sort of scary creature. I see a woman with long silver hair. We just came from Bugsy's stage, and she said she saw a creature snaking the water. Said she thought it wanted to eat her.
Giant beast I saw wanted to destroy everything. That's the sense I got from it anyway. Watcher shuddered.
Any idea what it could mean?
Not a clue. Watcher turned to Street Beat. What about you? What did you see? Besides the grinning man and the girl? Nothing. How strange. She pondered this for a long minute, then lifted her head. I don't like this. Where are you headed next? To see the Sentinel of the City?
Yeah,
Said Clock Tower Kid.
his stage is closest from here and all.
I'll come with you. Oh, I wish you weren't, said Watcher, leading the way out of the treehouse. I want to make sure he's okay. Because I'm losing. I do one accent. It's been jumping back and forth between if she's from the South or if she's from Brooklyn, and it's just gonna keep on getting worse, folks. It's just
Maybe
gonna
she's
keep
a
getting
mix.
worse.
I don't know. You'll figure it out. Like the more you do it, I think.
You're saying that, but it's been getting worse the longer I'm doing it. I'm just gonna start speaking French one of these times. Chapter 7. Sentinel of the City. Dusk lingered over the city in Sentinel's stage. It reminded Street Beat of the town in his own stage, except there were lights on in all the windows, and inside he caught sight of people going about their evening. Clock Tower Kid stretched a hand up into the air and waved. On the opposite side of the street, a tall, muscular man with close-cropped hair returned the gesture, calling, Someone else grabbed that. That's a demand.
Oh, it's this guy.
Pyro, you do it.
Okay, fine. What's up?
With a name like Sentinel, Street Beat had thought he would be a little more imposing or something, but he was dressed in a regular old shirt and jeans, just like Watcher. Sentinel approached the group with long strides. Out on patrol again? Asked Watcher.
I mean, I am the city's protector.
He answered.
I keep it safe from harm, just like you keep your forest.
He glanced over to a window. Street Beat followed his gaze and saw people bustling about inside. Then he caught a whiff of something tasty and wondered what they were making for dinner.
I made all those people up. The ones inside, they'll disappear the moment their window opens. The only ones out here on the street are the night. How do you pronounce this?
Everyone
Nagati.
been saying
We're
Nagati.
Nagati?
Nagati.
Okay. Nagati. But you know, even if they aren't real. Really?
What?
Is there a fucking typo in this?
Oh my god,
damn-
typo in the Bow and Wonderworld ebook?
It says really, but like it's even if they aren't
With a
real,
single
which I assume is
L.
what's supposed to, yeah, really with a single L.
What the fuck? Anyway, but you know, even if they aren't real, that's just something. There's just something about walking around town, seeing everyone at home, being happy that I just can't get enough of. Sorry, I should have said hello first. It's nice to meet you, Street Beat.
You too, Sentinel of the City. He held out his hand, and the man gripped it in a firm handshake.
Call me Sentinel.
He said with an easy grin.
Everyone does.
It was just like when Watcher had told Street Beat what to call her. It wasn't just their names that were similar, but their friendliness too. 2 protectors, 2 guardians. Wonder if they're related somehow, he thought.
Not really sure what I'm defending the city from, if I'm being totally honest.
Same here, buddy. Watcher wrapped her arms around Sentinel in a hug. You two seem close, said Streetbeat. They nodded.
Wait.
This is
Okay,
Sentinel.
who's saying this? Oh, the Sentinel? Oh my god.
Yes.
It's so hard to, like, pick up who the fuck is talking. I'm
Yes.
so sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's okay.
We are. It's easy to get to another stage. Plus, there's the whole thing with our names being similar. Guess that's why she and I hit it off. We hang out all the time.
Clock Tower Kid's mouth pinched in a pout.
Mine and Pensive stages are way closer. And who says you need matching names to be friends?
Streetbeat got the feeling something about Sentinel's phrasing had upset her. Maybe she didn't like the reminder that Clock Tower Kid and Pensive Perot did not have anything in common.
True. What's in a name? None of us even understand why we just know them like we do.
Sentinel beamed.
Besides, everyone knows you and Pensive are inseparable.
That seemed to cheer Clockwork Kid right up. Listen, Sentinel, the reason we came, started Watcher, as she began to recount the visions they had each experienced.
Yeah, I see him too. The grinning man in the top hat, the girl called Fighter, and the man that looks like me.
Someone that looks like you?
Yeah, it really bugs me. Every time I see him, I get this really awful feeling.
Sentinel's shoulders sagged.
I hate it. Before the visions, I never had anything to worry about. I could patrol my city in peace, happy as a clam.
I think wait, no, that's you now.
Oh my god, is this fucking- I do this fucking accent for Lance now, fuck! Okay. Oh my god, where is he? I think it's strange that it would need to change.
Came
Oh
a
my
voice
God.
from behind
I'm
them.
from New
This is really good.
Zealand, so hearing this is like...
This is good.
I'm
Keep
so
torturing Spriley.
It's,
Warpstone's all about pain. That's what it's all
Yeah.
about.
you know, fair enough.
I'm just
Yeah,
spreading
fair
it
enough.
around. Streetbeat turned and saw Lance, an oddly grave expression on his handsome face. Streetbeat is gay, good for him. Lance,
Yeah.
He's
what's
also
wrong?
like 14.
This is the second.
He's having
time
his
he's
awakening, leave him
14-year-olds.
alone.
Exactly. This is the second time Streetbeat has called him handsome. Lance, what's wrong? Lance sighed.
I came here to tell you, these things you do, you really don't have to.
Just like on Clock Tower Kid's stage, Streetbeat couldn't help feeling that he had just done something wrong. He explained to Lance what was going on. Are we not allowed to investigate what's happening to Wonderworld?
No, dear friend, there's no such decree. Decree? Decree? How do I say it in this voice? Decree.
Great.
Lance tilted his head.
I told you before, you'll never hear commands from me. Your happiness is... Okay, next page. My only wish. My greatest set... Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, I
page.
click and it moves the page, and I don't know why it's doing that.
My
sorry.
greatest satisfaction, so I can't help but worry over your course of action.
Why? Will it get in the way of us being happy? Lance brushed his long hair back with his fingers.
Indeed. I fear that may be the case. I can see it written all over your face. The more clues you seek to uncover, the more unpleasant horrors you'll discover.
Noel, are you blackmailing your collaborators? What do you have on them? So I may or may not have been holding on to some homing snakes ever since, like, we got bought out by Gajillion Entertainment. So, like, I just have a
What?
bunch of these, like, hungry little rascals. Oh, they're just, like, poison snakes you could, like, send to people's houses and they home in on them and they bite them. You know, we had, like, a corporate takeover happen. It was kind of rough. But I held
What
on
if
to
I
some
can't
of
stop
these.
hanging outside my bedroom window? Please help me. Please, 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 please,
I-
please.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, I'm here willingly. I love this.
Yeah, I didn't need to trick Pyro.
Roger.
Everybody else home
I already-
snakes.
I already read
Yeah.
this shit.
But I don't think
very
any of us
peak.
will feel better until the visions stop, pressed Streetbeat. I want to find out what's causing them.
Where are we? Well, if nothing I say can dissuade you, then there's nothing I can do but aid you. If you ever find yourselves in trouble, call for me and I'll be there on the double.
Lance let out another sigh, then
They're
turned on
fucking-
his heels and disappeared down the street.
Bye!
Bye, dude. See you
Boy, I
later.
have better things to do. Don't die. He doesn't say that. Anyway,
This
He
is
says
also
that.
you.
It's written down.
he totally says
Sentinel.
that. Oh my god, it's. I was like, why aren't we doing it?
It's okay, it's
Fucking
okay.
Sentinel. What should we do?
Sentinel's brow furrowed, and he cast an anxious glance over the rest of the group.
If Lance is that concerned, should we really keep going?
I don't know about the rest of you, Streetbeat said, but my mind's made up. I want to meet everyone else here in Wonderworld to figure out who Fighter and that grinning man in the top hat are, and why the rest of you all see something else, but all I ever see is the two of them.
Sorry, but you'll have to count me out, said Watcher with a shake of her head. Talking to Lance has me all sorts of worried about my forest now. I need to get back to my patrol.
I need to stay in my city too.
A stoic expression turned Sentinel's face stony as he glanced around the streets.
Someone has to protect it.
As he followed Sentinel's gaze down the street, Streetbeat realized what was missing from the stage. Fire hydrants. The only reason he noticed was because he just created one on his own stage. Otherwise, the detail very well would have escaped him. So we're doing like so basically every single person's world has subconsciously done the thing I had to do for my OCD, which is filtered every single potential word that's related to their video game level. The detail very well may have escaped him, but he knew he probably shouldn't say anything about it.
Yes, this has
Streetbeat
been
had always
established.
believed. This has been established. Guess what? We're gonna do it again. Almost certainly, we're gonna talk to every single character, go, have you seen the visions? And then go, yes, I have, then go to
Yes.
the next character.
Yeah, it's.
God.
It
Well,
seems like that's
it's-
what I when Pyro got here. I was like, it seems like nothing's happening because that's what
yeah,
I mean. Like,
so
Are we gonna meet every
spoilers, it's
fucking
kind of
character
just
before
like this
something
for a
happens?
bit, sorry.
Is
That's
this just
great,
like half
okay.
of the book?
I'm assuming so, yes.
oh my god! Oh my god!
Literary masterpiece.
I don't know, but I'm having a
Fucking
great time being the
boring.
narrator.
Take a shot every time they say the grinning man in the top hat and the girl called Fighter, and you'll be in
Don't tempt me, I'll go grab alcohol.
No! I
Street
think you'll
Beat had always
actually, like,
believed.
get wasted.
Yeah, Streetbeat had always believed Wonderworld was a land of freedom and happiness. But now he was starting to think it wasn't all it was cracked up to be.
We'll let you know as soon as we find anything.
Said Pensive Perot to the two staying behind, and waved farewell. Chapter 8, Skygazer. Streetbeat, Clock Tower Kid, and Pensive Perot stood atop a hill overlooking Skygazer's stage. It was covered with windmills, all a different color, all spinning round and around in the breeze. Ahead of them was a cliff that dropped down into the sea. Streetbeat drew in a deep, appreciative breath of the salty air as he looked around. A woman strolled along with her parasol held aloft, and families sat under tents out on the grass. Everyone was partially see-through, so he didn't think any of them were the stage master. Clock Tower Kid and Pensive Perot started walking straight for the cliff, though Streetbeat couldn't see anyone in that direction. Don't tread on me, Clock Tower Kid! Came a voice from their feet, startling Streetbeat. Splayed in the grass was a bespectacled boy who looked like he could be in high school. Streetbeat guessed that since he could talk, he must be the stage master.
Silly, I'd never step on you. You're always lying in the same place.
What are you doing?
asked Streetbeat. What's it look like, Streetbeat? Living up to my name and gazing at the sky. Skygazer stretched out his hand without getting up from his prone position. Streetbeat took his hand and shook it. Is that all you ever do? Yep. Don't you get bored? Nope. There's a nice breeze and plenty of clouds come drifting by to entertain me. Oh, fuck me. Columbonimbus, Cumulus, Nimbostratus, Circumcumulus, Cirrostratus are my favorite. I like the way that you can see the sun haloing through them. What about when the breeze stops and there aren't any clouds? Oh, I love a good clear sky. The longer you look at it, it changes color, ever so slowly. And for some reason, when I look out at where the sky and sea meet, my heart swells so full I could cry. Streetbeat gazed out over the water. Out in the sea was an oddly shaped island. As he looked at it, its name materialized in his head. Is that Cetacean Island? Clock Tower Kid stared at Streetbeat in shock.
It's not just people you can name now.
What's on that island? Skygazer let slip a snicker. Who knows? Didn't you create it? Asked Streetbeat. Nope. I made everything else here, but I had Lance make that island. I mean, where's the fun in knowing every single detail about your stage? I wanted someplace mysterious, somewhere even I can't go. Clock Tower Kid tilted her head.
You're weird. What's so great about not knowing something?
She may not have understood, but Streetbeat thought he got where Skygazer was coming from. The bespectacled teenager stretched a hand towards the sky. Cetacean Island, the sky, they're both so far away you couldn't reach him if you... His hand froze. Surprised, Streetbeat glanced down at him. The teenager's eyes were unblinking. His teeth gritted as beads of sweat dripped down his face. After a while, Skygazer seemed to recover from the paralysis. He went limp, his hand flopping to his chest. You just saw something, didn't you? A vision. Skygazer paused. So you've seen them too, then? Yeah. Unease clouded Skygazer's expression. Streetbeat continued. You saw Fighter and the Grinning Man in the top hat, right? Yeah, and this
Take
machine.
a shot.
I don't know what it was. It was this big jumble of spinning gears and whirling drill teeth, and it was flying right towards me. Skygazer wiped the sweat off his face. I thought I was the only one having these visions. Kinda nice to know I'm not. Clock Tower Kid shuddered. Except for Fighter and the Grinning Man, our visions... Oh wait, this is not me, this is Clock Tower Kid. See what I mean? I'm getting distracted.
Yeah.
You good?
Except for Fighter and the Grinning Man, our visions are all different. There's some sort of scary creature in mine, and Scarecrow sees dancing trees. Bugsy sees something slithering, Watcher sees a terrible beast, Sentinel sees someone that looks like him, and Pensive sees, a woman with long silver hair.
What about Streetbeat? I don't see anyone or anything besides Fighter and the man in the top hat. It was getting kind of embarrassing to have to keep explaining that his was the only vision like that. You need to explain it every time, book. You can write the sentences differently.
Yeah, you really don't have
Besides
to
the
do all
Besides the fact that Sentinel and Pensive are seeing, like, the objects of their level, it kind of seems like everybody else's visions are showing their boss fight, which is interesting to me.
Yeah. Huh. Well, wait, no, because, I mean, it is showing their boss fight, but I think it's kind of like, it's probably the best representation of the actual thing that's their trauma.
It would make sense to me if all of them were seeing their boss fight, because then it'd be like, maybe this is what's happening while they're all, like, trapped in the boss fight beast. Because that's what I'm thinking is happening, is that this is, like, Lance has trapped them in the boss fight beast.
Oh, yeah, and, like, this is all, like, this is Evil World.
This is Evil World. Something must be happening to Wonderworld. Or maybe it's about to, and these visions are premonitions. Skygazer propped himself up on his elbows. I'm worried about Seagazer,
I knew you would be.
said Clock Tower Kid, smiling.
You two are best friends, huh?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I feel like the two of us are really similar. Even though we don't have a single thing in common. I mean, Sea Gazer's really cool, and I'm just plain and boring.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Said pensive Poirot. Then he told the teenager about Lance's warning.
Unraveling this mystery might lead us down a pretty unhappy path.
Skygazer stood up, staring at the sky, lost in thought for a few moments. In any case, I want to make sure Sea Gazer's alright, he said, and strode off. Skygazer walked a lot faster than Streetbeat had expected from someone who spent all his time lying around. It was all they could do to keep up with him once he really got going. There were a few big boulders dotting their path, but Skygazer climbed over them no problem. He was in better shape than he looked. He kept up the breakneck pace even once they got to Sea Gazer's stage. Streetbeat figured he was too worried about his friend to slow down. Their names were similar and their stages were close together. Streetbeat thought there must be something connecting them, even if they themselves did not realize it yet. Chapter 9. Sea Gazer. I hope you guys are ready for what
I
they're
have
going
a
to talk
feeling
about.
more about what's gonna happen.
I have a
in this.
feeling.
Yeah.
Miss Girly.
A girl with her
Yay.
long hair pulled back in a ponytail sat on a beach, blanketed in shore bindweed, her eyes lingering on the waves. Skygazer rushed over to her. As if she sensed him coming, Seagazer turned her head slowly to face him. You okay? He asked.
Why wouldn't I be?
I mean, because... Never mind, no reason, he mumbled. Pretty sea today, as usual.
Isn't it?
Agreed Seagazer in gentle delight.
Oh, hello, Streetbeat. Wonderful to meet you.
He shook the hand she offered. Though she was of a sunnier disposition than Skygazer, Streetbeat got the same vibe from her as he did from the bespectacled teenager. Skygazer had been right. They really were similar.
Didn't he say that they
Fuck
weren't similar?
Yeah, did I... That marimba melody is pissing you off? Hold on. We can fix that.
I
We
have
can
the
fix
stream
that.
muted. Oh my god, has the Tim's music been playing this entire time?
Oh yeah, the Tim's music is... Also, I don't know if y'all noticed, they've like stopped going on the thing.
Oh no.
Oh.
Which is bad. We need them to go on the thing.
Oh god.
What do you
okay.
mean you don't like listening to the Tim's music and it's been like almost 2 hours?
Can my controller connect pretty please? Pretty please, pretty please. Because I don't... Oh, okay, that's the button I press? God, what the fuck are the keyboard buttons? These are awful. You can't set
I
music
mean,
to zero.
I beat the game on keyboard. I don't
You
remember
can't
any.
You
set
can't.
music to
That's disgusting of you.
That's
Thank
diabolical.
Nice.
Okay,
That's
hold on.
really
I think I
fucking
need to
funny.
feed them or something. I think they're refusing to work. I think they're refusing to labor for me unless I feed them.
What the fuck is this game?
It's bad.
It's called Balan Wonderworld, and it kind of fucking sucks.
It's really not
Kind
good.
of
Yeah.
fucking sucks is the thing. It's okay. I'm gonna play. I'm
Yeah.
gonna play different music for our reading. I'll
You
play
can just go to a
music.
different like place, right?
Well,
This
we're trying to
fucking-
level up the 5th section of the Tower of Tims. I can't leave.
You can just leave and then
come
I'm sure
back
that makes
immediately.
sense.
The entire point of reading this is to give us something to do while we're trying to level up the Tower of Tims.
Wait, is there like
Otherwise,
an
I'm just-
idle game portion?
Yes, and
Yes,
it's required for
it's-
100%.
So, okay, the mouse is... So you see
Is
this
it?
structure?
Yes,
Every
there's
time
achievements tied
the
to this.
Tim- Yeah, there's a
Oh.
bunch of achievements
I
tied
didn't
to
even
the Tower
remember.
of Tims.
I didn't even give my any.
So,
I don't give a fuck about that thing.
you need the Tims
Justifiably,
to
it
hit certain
sucks.
numbers. Yeah, so every time you hear that noise, that cha-cha, that number goes up by 1, that ticker on the bottom, and eventually something will happen. I'm gonna put on music for chat. The music is gonna be... it's gonna be...
You do like elevator music. That's what this fucking book section feels like right now.
I kinda...
Yeah.
what's the- I'm putting on the beach from Mario Odyssey.
Oh, so true.
Okay.
Because that,
I mean, we
feel
are
like
at
that's good.
Sea
We are in the
Gazer,
beach.
so
yeah.
Exactly. So this is gonna make less sense when we're no longer at Sea Gazer. That's okay.
Help, Skygazer, I'm in the water.
Sky Gaze. I am in the water. There's no sight of land. We are drowning, etc. Okay.
Pretty
Where were
sea
we?
today, as usual.
Isn't it?
Jumping back in from here. Agreed Sea Gazer in a gentle delight.
Oh, hello, Street Beat. Wonderful to meet you.
He shook the hand she offered. Though she was of a sunnier disposition than Skygazer, Streetbeat got the same vibe from her as he did from the bespectacled teenager. Skygazer had been right. They really were similar. Clock Tower Kid waded into the surf until the waves slapped at her knees.
She's such a kid.
Grinned pensive Poirot, then proceeded to splash into the ocean after her. Streetbeat joined them, figuring they were leaving it up to Skygazer to explain why they were there. A school of multicolored fish swam around their legs, nibbling softly at their bare skin. I've never seen water this beautiful. Streetbeat turned to look at Seagazer, still sitting on the beach. She and Skygazer had their heads close together and were talking in low, serious tones. They really are best friends, huh?
Maybe it's because their personalities are so alike. Or maybe something else binds them together.
Pentapuro grinned.
And there's their names.
I keep telling you,
Clock Tower Kid protested, pouting again.
you don't need matching names to get along with someone.
That really gets on her nerves, thought Streetbeat. Streetbeat had never really cared one way or another about anyone besides himself, but he was starting to warm up to Clock Tower Kid,
Whoa!
she said suddenly.
What is it?
Pentapuro peered at her.
Streetbeat smiled. I've never seen him smile before.
What? Said Streetbeat, taken aback. I've smiled tons, haven't I?
Not that I've seen.
Said Clock Tower Kid.
You're always all frowny. I didn't think you could smile.
Give me a break.
He's right, Streetbeat. I don't think I've seen you crack a smile once.
The three of them debated their way back to shore, returning to where Seagazer and Skygazer sat among the bindweed. Skygazer's glasses had slid a little ways down his nose, and he prodded them back up. She's all filled in. Seagazer shivered.
I've had the visions too. But in mine, there's a horrifying sea monster trying to kill me.
Kill you? Said Streetbeat, aghast. What do you think it is?
I have no idea.
Said Seagazer, frowning.
All I do is sit here and stare at the sea. That's it. I've never even dipped a pinky toe in the water.
Skygazer sighed. I'm staying here for a bit. I can't imagine any creature like that in the ocean you created, but I'm not leaving you alone when there's something out there that wants to kill you. Later, you could come back with me to my stage if you want. Seagazer nodded.
That sounds nice. I like looking at Cetacean Island from your cliffs.
You can come hang out whenever, said Skygazer, beaming at her. The three of us better get going then, said Streetbeat.
Knows
They
who
waved
said
farewell.
that?
I was gonna
No
say,
one said that. I'm
we
just
all
guessing.
just, like,
I'm just guessing. Seagazer must have created the ocean on her stage because she liked it, but Streetbeat thought it was strange that she had never even went into the water. So, how many people are left?
4.
Jesus fucking Christ, there's 4.
Oh my
more.
god! Okay! 4?
4. Though one of them we only think is there, since we've never actually met.
Said pensive Poirot.
Also, you might want to brace yourself a bit before we go to the next stage. Its master can be a bit, well, much for someone like you.
Why's that?
Oh, you'll see when you meet her.
Clock Tower Kid took her mirror out of her pocket and started fussing with her hair. Huh.
Is she someone who cares a lot about appearances? If that was true, then they might have a tough time getting along. But Pensive Poirot continued snickering. Streetbeat was still wondering what kind of person he was about to meet when the clown knocked on the front door. Chapter 1. The chapters aren't numbered. I've been trying to keep track of the numbers this entire time,
Yeah,
and
you're good.
I've
This
lost
is
track
10.
officially. 10? Thank you.
I think this is 10. Also, can we just like, I'm sorry, I need to say this, I'm like going crazy, but like the Streetbeat smiled, and it's like, I've smiled tons, haven't I? That's like, I don't know if anyone else here is autistic, but that's like an autistic
No,
moment.
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
being able to control your facial expressions, I'm like, Streetbeat buddy, are you autistic?
Yeah, I don't really like hanging out with people, and I like dancing, and dancing's the only thing I like doing. And I think
And
I'm
if people
smiling, but I'm
interrupt
not
me from
actually
dancing,
smiling.
and if things interrupt me from dancing, it pisses me off.
Yeah. Gay and autistic. Wow.
Yeah.
Gay and
Oh my God.
autistic.
Realist
fit right in on
character in
Cable
Balan
too.
Wonderworld.
Chapter 10. Madam of the Mansion. A man dressed in a butler's uniform opened the door.
Welcome.
He began, but was quickly pushed aside by a plump woman, Madam of the Mansion.
Darlings, absolutely marvelous to have you on my stage.
She beamed as bright as her clothing, ushering them all inside.
You must be Streetbeat.
Somehow, he had ended up front and center. He tried to take a step back behind the others. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Lovely to see you, all of you. It's always such a pleasure. My, I can't recall the last time I hosted such a large soiree. We shall need tea and nibbles, of course, both of which I have in ample supply, and then we can simply chat the day away.
She spoke so quickly as she guided them through the mansion that Streetbeat could barely tell where one sentence ended and the other began. The butler bowed and strode off in another direction, most likely to fetch them drinks and snacks. Madam of the Mansion kept her arm around Streetbeat's shoulders as she led him through to her home. It was hard to tell if she was always this friendly, or if she's just especially keen on new acquaintances. Her house was everything he could have expected from her name. All sorts of furnishings crowded the rooms. The console tables were decorated with beautiful vases and elaborate handicrafts. Exquisite tapestries hung on the walls, and finely detailed carpets ran the length of the floors. Curtains bearing colorful floral designs framed the windows. The obvious high quality of everything on display impressed Streetbeat, even if none of it was exactly to his taste.
We'll start with some tea and cookies before the main meal. Then we'll be able to chat as long as we like. Sit, darling, sit,
said Madam of the Mansion, flapping her hands at them as if to push them down onto the sofas. She, on the other hand, could not seem to sit still. Her movements were expansive, her stream of chatter endless. Now Streetbeat
ADHD.
understood why Pensive Poirot had suggested he brace himself. All of a sudden, Madam of the Mansion froze. She pressed a finger to her lips, pointing to a corner of the room.
Can you see them?
The three of them turned to see what she was pointing at. Streetbeat stared and squinted, but couldn't see anything. Yet he could sense the presence of something.
They're gone.
Madam of the Mansion let out a shaky sigh of relief. Clock Tower Kid clutched Pensive Poirot's sleeve.
I didn't see anything, but I could tell something was there. What did you see, Madam of the Mansion? I'm not entirely certain myself, darling. Some sort of fuzzy creatures. Not Nagati. These things are all sorts of different colors. They've started appearing every now and then on my stage, and some of them were on Checkered Kings last I visited too. But I only got a brief glimpse of them, so I thought I was just seeing things and didn't mention it to him at the time.
Something is happening to Wonderworld. Streetbeat and the others brought Madam of the Mansion up to speed. The blood drained from her face.
I've seen Fighter and that awful grinning man, too. And there was also a wall in my vision. It was pitch black and coming right at me like it meant to squish me flat.
Pensive Poirot let out a sigh.
Something is definitely happening to Wonderworld.
You don't say.
You don't see
Yeah, it's not like we haven't been over
Might as well
this.
check with the other characters.
Yeah.
We gotta
at
check
least
with
we
everyone
get
else
to
first.
see. Again, at least we get to see some of the characterization, though. Like, that's an
Yeah,
upside.
which, like, yeah,
This is
I
the
understand
painter,
why
right?
Yeah. Because I assume the wall is the artist's block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to Checkered King yet, darlings? As wise and knowledgeable as he is, he may be able to help figure this out.
Well, Pensapuro recounted Lance's warning. Madam of the Mansion frowned.
It seems I spoke rather hastily. Perhaps it's best to stop chasing mysteries, as Lance suggests. I shudder to think what could happen to everyone in their stages.
Pensapuro shook his head.
I'm not giving up. Not when I feel like we're on the verge of something terrible happening. Not without figuring out what's causing these visions.
Madam of the Mansion was quiet for a moment. When she spoke again, her voice was barely above a whisper.
In that case, I shall come with you. I'd like to tell Checkered King of the fuzzy creatures myself.
Chapter 11? Question mark. Checkered
Yep,
King.
11.
Checkered King's stage was a town straight out of the Middle Ages. Streepy couldn't tell if the passers-by were artisans or merchants, but all of them were dressed in medieval garb. There were lots of kids playing too. Judging by the smiles on everyone's face, Streetbeat surmised Checkered King must be a fantastic ruler. Streetbeat, Madam of the Mansion, and the others made for the king's castle. At the gate, they were met by a armored guard. Hail, Master's Clock Tower Kid, Pensapuro, Madam of the Mansion, and who might this be? Pensapuro leaned
People
over
we
Streetbeat
create
to
on our
explain.
stages. Oh, sorry. The people
Sorry.
we create on our stages are capable of knowing our names, so you'll have to introduce yourself.
Oh, he said. I'm Streetbeat, I guess. Be most welcome, Master Streetbeat. Be most welcome, one and all. You may enter. The guard stood at attention and gestured for the four of them to head inside the gate. Considering he was a king and all, Streetbeat expected him to be in a crown and royal robes, but the middle-aged man that came out to greet them wore a simple coat and tie. The woman accompanying him was in a beautiful dress and sparkling tiara. Checkered King clapped a hand to Streetbeat's shoulder. Oh, it's good to be Checkered King.
Hello, and welcome to my kingdom, Streetbeat. Allow me to introduce my queen.
The queen extended her hand, palm down. Clock Tower Kid nudged an elbow into Streetbeat's side.
You're supposed to kiss the royal hand.
He did as he was told, taking the queen's hand lightly in his and pressing his lips at the top. Her hand was see-through. He should have guessed the queen was also of Checkered King's creation. Bro invented a wife. That's weird as fuck.
Yeah, I was waiting for
My
that.
hologram
That's weird as
homunculus
fuck,
chess.
man.
My hologram homunculus chess wife.
I can
Also,
make...
is the reason why they're
You can
see-through
make
to
the you made
explain the
real.
fact that if you approach any of the other characters, they like vanish. Is this to explain
my God.
their weird level of detail effect as you get close to the 3D models? It pisses
Oh
me
my
off.
God.
It's pissing me off a little bit.
Anyway, yeah, he just created a fucking wife here for some fucking reason. Like, great.
Guy's
dude.
weird.
Cool.
Weird. I'm learning
You've
more
come at the
about
perfect
Chess Boy.
time. The jousting tournament is about to begin.
King Checkboard, which is not his name, and they're never going to refer to him as that again.
Also, checkboard is not anything that exists.
Yeah.
King Checkboard.
Yeah,
I'm just going to read it as written.
Proofread this shit.
No, they didn't.
they really didn't. They need a beta
King
beta
Checkboard
reader.
led them to the balcony. The grounds below were crowded of soldiers. Trumpets blared. Knights on horseback came trotting into view, some in white armor on white mounts, and others in black armor on black mounts. A priest prayed for heavenly blessings in the safety of the jousters.
Who will be our champion?
Said Checkered King in excited tones from beside his queen. With a flick of the king's hand, the knights charged. Black and white clashed. Spears clattered against shields. The sides were evenly matched. No apparent victor emerged. They're here! Cried Madam of the Mansion, pointing. As one, they turned to follow her finger. This time, Streetbeat saw them. fuzzy round somethings leaping about on top of the castle wall. At the madam of the mansion's cry, the soldiers began scrambling every which way. The queen clung to Checkered King.
Seize them!
Commanded Checkered King. All the knights, black and white alike, reared up their horses atop the stone steps. They closed in on the fuzzy creatures from all the sides, but at the very last instant, the colorful furballs vanished. I think these are Tim's.
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
Yep.
What in the world
Justified
were
to be
those
scared of them.
things?
Invasive species.
Yeah.
Invasive species.
Invasive species.
I've seen them before, said Madam of the Mansion to the consecrated king. To the consternated
Lately, they've been
king,
pestering me on
consternated.
my stage.
That's why
That's
we're
why
here,
we're
said
here.
Petsy Perot. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the...
It's fine. That is why we're
Said Pets-
here.
said Petsy Perot and launched into an explanation. Checkered King scowled.
I've had
Here we go
dreams
again!
Too, of a grinning man and a girl called Fighter, and a golden chalice. I believe it may be the very chalice mentioned in the ancient legends. I ordered my knights to scour the realm, though hitherto none have found it. But I am concerned by Lance's warning.
The king fell deep into thought. The tournament had started up again. Clock Tower Kid watched the knights enraptured, but Checkered King stood with his arms folded across his chest and his eyes shut tight. The queen watched him with a worried look on her face. After a while, the king opened his eyes.
I've never given it much thought until now, but I've realized I know next to nothing about Wonderworld.
What do you mean? Asked Streetbeat. The king sighed.
Everyone is a master of their own stage, each fashioning it in whatever the way they like. All our stages are different, but they share two things in common: the drops and the negati that appear to take them. Oh, and every so often Lance comes to show us how to improve our stage. Never have I wondered what the drops or the negati are.
Neither have I, now that you mention it.
Said Petsy Perot, nodding.
This is the
And
king, I think.
and our names. Is this Pentapuro?
This is
or-
king.
Still
This is the king.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is
And
the
our
king.
and our names, Streetbeat. You said you never even knew you had a name until you met Clock Tower Kid, isn't that right? Likewise for me, the first time I realized I needed a name was when I met Clock Tower Kid when she brought Madame of the Mansion to visit. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to communicate.
what do you mean?
Asked Clock Tower Kid. Madam of the Mansion looked at Checkered King with unease pinching her face.
Wonderworld is the name of this place, right?
Oh wait,
And we need names in order to distinguish
Checkered
one
King.
thing from another. Oh,
fuck.
Wonderworld is the name of this place, right? And if we need names in order to distinguish one thing from another. So if this world has a name, it must be to distinguish it from another world. And
Checkered King trailed off. And, prompted Streetbeat. The king shook his head.
no, I'm spinning yarn from air. It's an outlandish theory. Forget I said anything.
The way he was talking made Streetbeat want to ask more questions, but he kept silent as Checkered King fell back into thinking. Well, we better be on our way. Checkered King made to move after them, but the queen took hold of his sleeve. She shook her head, her eyes sorrowful pools.
You're right, my dear. My kingdom needs me here. I'm sorry, my friends, but I cannot go with you.
no. I'm concerned about my mansion as well. I wish I could go with you, but I must return home.
Said Madam of the Mansion, her gaze cast downward apologetically. We should be almost done. It's woman with dead parents, an old man who gets litter thrown at him. I think those are our remaining people.
Yeah, and we're about to get
chapter
glitter
13.
thrown at him, guy.
I think this is chapter
Chapter
13.
13. Chapter 13. Invisible Custodian. Whoa. Streetbeat gazed out around the stage, which belonged to a man called Invisible Custodian. They stood amidst ancient ruins. Before them stood a giant temple, solemn and silent, blanketed in moss and vines. Flowers blossomed between its cracked stones. Birds flitted about its crumbling archways. Clock Tower Kid walked toward the temple.
This stage is just like your Street Beat, all quiet and pretty.
This doesn't look anything like mine. Clock Tower Kid clapped a hand to her mouth.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I said that.
What was that interaction? Like,
They're just
what?
awkward as fuck. Yeah.
Question mark,
Welcome
question
to the
mark,
Balan
question
Wonderworld
mark.
book.
See, we're just going to imply that Clock Tower Kid has a crush on every single boy in the story because she's a girl.
Yeah, I mean,
She's
that
like a
seems to be
10-year-old
what this...
girl, though. I get it a little bit.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
I was
but-
gonna say,
And I'm like mostly asexual. It's just like that being a 10-year-old girl.
I was gonna say you guys like beat Balan, right?
Yeah.
You beat like Pensive Perot's stage.
Yeah.
You know, like the ending cutscene of his thing.
Everybody starts helping him pick up the litter. Oh wait, no, Pensive Perot. I'm stupid.
No, Pensive
Perot.
Perot.
Is the Cloud. Cloud starts dating the princess. On the clock
Yeah.
in their costumes, which wouldn't be allowed.
It's like heavily implied that the princess is a Clock Tower Kid but older.
Oh.
Oh!
Yeah, that's why she acts.
How the
that's
fuck
why
does
she
any
acts
of
this
this
way
work?
towards him. Yeah, so they're like from the
I'm-
same time period in the same kind of like universe. It's just that like her older is like working with the circus and being like a princess, but she doesn't know that. Like,
Okay.
it's that's kind of like why they get along so well.
That's confusing.
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys picked
Also-
up on that, so I was clarifying that.
No,
I'm sorry.
because
I
no,
thought that might
no.
be, but, like. No, you continue. No.
I wouldn't pick up on that because I've been debating this entire time how the time stop worked. So thinking about any of these characters like existing in the future has been strange.
Yeah, there's some are like from different times and like different shit from like.
But we see them all
yeah, I know.
interacting in the end cutscenes,
Yeah.
so they're not all that different times
Yeah.
because they're all still alive. You know what I mean? Anyway. At some point, I wanted to do this all in one sitting, but I am going to need to get tea and honey at some point for my throat.
Yeah, I think once
Yeah.
we finish this chapter,
Yeah.
unless we want to stop now, which is also fine.
No,
I
I
was gonna say
wanted
this
to
book
get
is
past.
fucking long.
I wanted to get through all the character introductions, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
I mean, I'm fine with that. I
He
don't
took
know
the
about the other two.
He took the chance to look around again. Nothing but Nagati picking up drops like always. There were no signs of those fuzzy creatures from before. They came upon an older gentleman inside the temple. With a name like Invisible Custodian, Streetbeat had envisioned him wearing a work uniform or something, but he was dressed in a fancy suit. He had a polished cane in one hand and used the other to doff his dapper hat.
Hello, Clock
You
Tower
want 'em.
Kid. Pensive Perot. How long's it been? And a pleasure to meet you, Streetbeat.
He has a dapper hat and he doffs it.
So he's
British.
Exactly.
yeah, he's British. Oh.
Invisible Custodian gave him a gentle smile. Nice to meet you, Invisible Custodian. How come you are, invisible? The man laughed.
I've no idea why I have the name I have. The custodian bit is spot on, at least. I'll make sure to keep these ruins spick and span.
Streetbeat wondered how dirty the ruins could really get with no one living in them, but he kept the thought to himself. Something told him it would have been rude to say.
There's something important we came to talk to you about.
Said Petsupuro, and explained the visions. said Invisible Custodian when the cloud had finished.
What have you seen? The grinning man and the girl called Fighter, like you. But that's all.
Same as Street Beat.
Said Clock Tower Kid, putting her fist to her chin in a very grown-up way.
What about the fuzzy creatures? Have you seen those?
Sure have.
He jerked his chin toward the other side of the path, where they saw partially see-through fuzzy somethings. Oh, sorry.
They're
Is
getting
that-
more
is
and
that
more
me or
visible.
who's next?
I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows anymore? Clock Tower Kid's hand trembled ever so slightly.
Something is happening to Wonderworld. Something big.
Don't you love when half of a book is just everyone going around and being like, something's about to happen?
Yeah, something's
We're gonna
about to
have to-
happen, but nothing is actually
Something's about to
happening.
happen,
Guys, I think something's about to happen.
We are 50 pages into this book, and that's all it's been.
We are 63 pages into this book.
Like, the first 7 to 10 pages are just photos of the characters.
I was gonna say like just
Oh,
art.
okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So those kind of
Okay.
don't count.
But still, 50 pages and like, this is like a quarter of the book, and we haven't
I
done
know.
anything.
Yep. We got character introductions, so that's fucking something.
Yeah.
Don't you want to know that the fucking Checked King made up a wife? Isn't that like so
I am
that's
cool?
glad that we
that's
found
so
that out.
important.
That's crazy. I'm gonna be thinking about that forever. Why
You
did they
could just
do him
make
so
a wife.
dirty? Why did they make him seem like such like a petty idiot? Like, it's like, oh, he lost a match, so he rage quits and throws a table, and oh, look at that, he's inventing a woman to kiss. Like, why are you doing that?
I mean,
Why are
honestly,
you
that
doing
all
that to
lines
him?
up. Like, they very much made the image of a guy that's like, no, yeah, this is a guy that would mauled about losing to a child.
The way that like I interpreted it, like his fucking cutscene or whatever, is that like he's afraid to like lose his title or his respect in a community, like that kind of thing, or like proving to himself that he's still good at something, I guess. So like when someone does beat him, he has like a bit of an ego, so that's why he gets fucking
That's
tilted
amazing
over
that
it.
you got that from that.
Yeah, that's kind of how
I don't
I
get
took
anything.
it, but
I'm saying this so genuinely. I deeply respect your ability to take anything meaningful from this game.
I mean, a lot of the characters, like, I read into it, or, like, just, like, how I see it, for a lot of things, so, I don't know. I feel like a freak for, like, having my
No,
own
I respect it.
interpretation
I
on
respect
but
it so much.
I
yeah,
respect it.
It's good.
I mean,
I respect it.
yeah, it's fine.
But you are kind of seeing, like, shrimp colors. Because this is not in the game.
You're seeing Balan colors.
Okay.
Balan.
I don't know how the fucking name is said.
Seeing Balan
This is where
colors.
we are.
Balan.
Seeing Balan colors.
Something is
Balan.
happening in Wonderworld. Something big.
I don't like this. Hang on. I don't like the sound of that.
Invisible Custodian's brow furrowed.
I'm happy with my stage the way it is. Nice and quiet. I'm not keen on that changing.
Pentapuro folded his arms over his chest.
I think we need to gather everyone together.
He said,
We need to talk about this. All of us.
It's pretty easy for everyone to get to my stage. Oh, sorry. How about we have the
Awkward
meeting
Clock Tower
there?
Kid. Invisible Custodian agreed.
But what about that last stage? The one all of us feel is there, but haven't been to yet. Whoever lives there won't know the way. We'll just have to go find them.
Said Pensapuro. Invisible Custodian nodded.
Alright, in the meantime, I'll gather the others.
He waved farewell and set off walking. This is Lance.
Okay. Hello, you three. Still at it, I see.
Streetbeat whirled around and saw Lance, who had appeared out of the blue, like always. What are you doing here?
To watch in silence I can no longer bear. Plead, heed this wisdom I will share.
A frown marred his beautiful face.
Again, with the... Leo fucking gay. Okay, anyway.
Leo's gay.
I warned you once. Now let me say it twice. If you keep down this path, you'll pay a terrible price.
We can't just ignore these visions, or these fuzzy things. Lance heaved a sigh at Streetbeat's presence.
I wish I could make you see how much all of you mean to me. Your suffering I'd do anything to prevent, so I beg you, for my sake, relent.
What aren't you telling? Oh, that's Spencer Pro. Fucking stupid.
What aren't you telling us?
Lance shook his head sadly at Pensive Perot.
It is best you put that question to rest.
Streetbeat took a step forward. Are you saying we aren't allowed to look for that stage?
My permission you do not need. Remember, I do not see issue commands for you to heed. I am only concerned for your faith in... Oh my god. I am only concerned your faith in Wonderworld has started to wane. As its maestro, this brings me immeasurable pain.
I trust you, Lance.
Said Clock Tower Kid, fixing him with earnest eyes.
You mean a lot to me, too.
Oh my dear, that means so much to hear.
His eyes
Fucking
closed
chair.
as if in relief.
Lance,
Pressed Pensive Perot.
we just want to know the truth.
Lance combed a hand through his long hair and let out another sigh.
Then carry on, if that's the case. The consequences you must face, but not alone, for this I swear. When you need my help, I will be there.
At that, Lance turned on his heel and vanished. Pensive Perot's gaze lingered on where Lance had been.
Should we really keep going?
He said, folding his arms.
I know I told Invisible Custodian we'd search for the last stage, but no one's ever figured out how to get there before. I don't know what makes me think we'll find the way now.
Sorry, 1 sec.
Clock Tower Kid pointed at something. Past where Lance had disappeared stood a figure.
It's Fighter. She's actually here. In Wonderworld.
Fighter, staring at Streetbeat, raised her right hand and pointed at something. The three of them glanced at one another, then took off running toward her. But just when they were about to reach her, she vanished.
Where'd
Where'd
she
she
go?
go? When they looked where Fighter had been pointing, they saw her standing there. This time, she lifted her left hand, pointing somewhere else. Streetbeat ran after her as fast as he could. Again, right when he reached out to grab her, she disappeared.
I think she's showing us the way.
Said Pensive Perot, gasping as he caught. The way to
I think
what?
this is Streetbeat.
The last stage. It has to be. She must know we're trying to get there.
What if it's a trap?
Said Clock Tower Kid, her eyes shining with anxiety as they looked at the clown.
We won't find out either way if we don't follow her.
Three of them approached Fighter slowly. The closer they got, the more of her features they could make out.
Her outfit kind of looks like Streetbeat's.
Does it? Again, Fighter pointed. Again, they followed. Again, she disappeared. A dozen or so times they repeated this, until they came to the very edge of Invisible Custodian's stage, and everything went white.
14?
Okay. Let's do this one, and then we're done.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I voice Fighter?
Because we're finally having something interesting happen, and I can't stop at this exact moment, because I'll piss myself off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
Where
you guys
are
want to
we?
voice Fighter, or can I voice Fighter?
Voice
You can
Fighter,
voice Fighter.
please.
I love Fighter.
The stage changed before any of them even realized. They stood somewhere higher up in a mountain. Below they could see nestled a small village. From the forest of conifers surrounding the village, Streetbeat judged that they must be very high up. This time, Fighter did not point. She only stood with her back to them, gaze intent on the village below. Streetbeat ran toward her. This time she did not disappear. He seized her shoulder. Are you real?
I'm as real as it gets. I've been trying to figure out a way to the stage for a long time, too. To meet the one everyone sensed, but never met. The last person you've been searching for. It hasn't been easy. Lady of the Midnight Sun has closed herself off so much, it was nearly impossible to get here. Even Clock Tower Kid couldn't manage it, and she's normally pretty adept at that sort of thing.
Why you help us? Fighter smiled.
Getting you here is part of my job.
What job?
The one Balin gave me. One of his tests.
Who's Balin?
The guy in the top hat. You've seen him, right? Anyway.
She said and started walking off.
I'd stick around, but I've got something else to take care of.
Where are you going? But she vanished without answering.
Bye, bitches.
What's her deal?
Said Clock Tower Kid, staring at the place Fighter had disappeared. This is Pensapuro.
Clown!
Who knows? But at least we're here. This is the last stage, right? The one you've been trying to find for forever? Let's go meet its master. Lady of the Midnight Sun, I think Fighter called her.
At Pensapuro's suggestion, the three of them made their way down to the village.
Another town like yours, Streetbeat.
Murmured Clock Tower Kid. He pretended not to hear. He already knew she wouldn't be able to tell him what made his stage and this one so alike, even if he asked. The sun beamed bright in the sky. Streetbeat figured if this stage belonged to someone called Lady of the Midnight Sun, that must mean it never sank below the horizon. By the side of the path bloomed a summer cornucopia of flowers. He figured they must love the endless sunlight. They came to a small park in the village center. On one of the benches sat a woman of long blue hair. She turned slowly toward them as they approached her. I don't recall inviting guests. Do you want to voice act this woman as well?
No, you can do it.
I don't recall inviting guests. The faint smile on her face was belied by the coldness in her tone. Streetbeat had never seen anyone as beautiful as her. You're the Lady of the Midnight Sun, aren't you? Indeed. I don't care to deduce your names, she replied curtly. Streetbeat floundered.
Oh, I'm Clock Tower Kid, and that's Pensive Puro and Streetbeat.
Lady of the Midnight Sun's expression turned cross. You aren't going to leave my stage unless I tell you in no uncertain terms, are you?
We came because we had to.
Pensapuro stood directly in front of the Lady of the Midnight Sun.
Something is happening to our stages, yours included. Something bad. Bad enough that I believe all of Wonderworld may be in grave danger.
Grave danger? She let out barely a laugh. My stage is unchanged. Nothing has happened here. Are you sure? Streetbeat took a step forward. Have you had visions of a grinning man in a top hat? Or a girl called Fighter? Her expression darkened. So, what if I have? All of the stage masters in Wonderworld have seen the same vision. We're trying to figure out what it means, even though Lance keeps telling us to stay out of it. He did. Yeah, but that's exactly what has us all so worried. That the Wonderworld we know and love might be destroyed. Pensapuro pointed a finger towards the park's edge, where the fuzzy creatures wriggled and squirmed.
I know you can see those things too. How can you look at them and still pretend nothing is wrong?
And like, let's get an image of what the fucking things that he's talking about are on the screen.
They're talking about them like they're these scary, ominous things, and it's like that is like a marketable plushie.
I mean, they're gross.
Yeah. It's a
hate
fucking
them. They're
stress
gross.
toy, bro. Like, what the hell?
No, yeah,
They're
I mean,
gross?
I
You
hate
hate
them,
them?
for gameplay reasons, but also,
They
like,
they
within
kind
the
of they kind
context
of they're supposed to be chows, right? Like that's like the same purpose they represent, but they don't have any of the charm and whimsy. I look at these things and I don't think they have a soul, and they kind of freak me out.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
fair.
like,
All they do is beg me for food. All they do is beg me for food
Yeah.
and work. It kind of scares me.
My like, if I may, my kind of take on them is they're like, obviously they're the positivity and negativity like Balin is to Lance, but I mean they're hungry. Like, I guess when people are like depressed, like having an animal and like that responsibility can help them like get their day going and stuff, and also just like emotional support animal or like helping something to manage with stress, like coping mechanisms. I feel like that's what the Tims represent, at least to me.
nodding.
They should have made him
nodding.
look cuter for that. But I'm nodding.
How high does this number have to get again?
10,700 for the 5th section, and I have a sneaky suspicion we're gonna have to get up to like 15,000 or some shit. I don't know why most of them aren't working. This might be some sort
Why
of
does it have
anti-
an extra
idol.
3 digits?
I don't know. I'm scared about that. I'm also scared about the idea that maybe this game is trying to make me go play a level instead of just sitting here watching the Tims, but they have these numbers go so high that it doesn't make sense to do anything else. I hate this fucking game. Okay.
Yeah.
Lady of the Midnight Sun sat on her bench for a long while, unmoving, her eyes closed in thought.
I bet they're all over our stages by now, Pensive. I'm scared to go back.
Said Clock Tower Kid. The hands clasped at her chest trembled. Pensive Perot laid a hand over hers to still them.
When you're ready to go home, I'll go with you.
Watching them, Lady of the Midnight Sun sniffed. I'd be devastated if anything happened to my stage, she said. Very well, I will hear you out. Everyone's
Everyone's
gathering on
gathering on
Clock Tower
Clock Tower.
Kid's stage.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm just gonna assume it's Street Beat. How exactly?
Just follow me.
Said Clock Tower Kid and set off walking. Street Beat and Pensive Perot followed right away, but Lady of the Midnight Sun stayed seated where she was on the bench. After a few moments, she drew herself to her feet and strode after them. By the time they returned to Clock Tower Kid's stage, everyone else was already there. After exchanging perfunctory greetings, they dove into the matter at hand. Oh god, we have a bunch of dialogue.
I guess
Sentinel.
it's a
Okay, this is
sentinel.
Sentinel.
I guess
This
it's
is
a
Oh,
Sentinel.
it's
sentinel.
me. What are those little fur balls? You could barely see them even if you squinted before, and now they're getting clearer by the second.
My mansion is absolutely infested
No, I
with the
thought
dreaded
you were gonna.
things.
I'll do it. I thought you were gonna read the thing in between that.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
You're good. My mansion is absolutely infested with the dreaded things. They jump about as if they own the place, and now they're so distinct I even know what they're called.
Said Madam of the Mansion in a tizzy.
Tims.
Downvote. Downvote. Downvote.
Those fucking Tims! Like,
I've had a vision of the Grinning Man and the Top Hatted Fighter, said Watcher. At that, Bugsy shuddered. Who are they, really? Muttered Skygazer, adjusting his glasses. Everyone was talking all at once, their fears and worries blending together into anxious white noise. Checkered King held up a hand to quiet the crowd.
I wonder if you might lend me your ears for a moment.
also, if I may, like, fucking screaming Tims is so funny in the context of a Canadian who calls Tim Hortons Tims. It just sounds like you really want some coffee. Okay, continue.
You rustled up an idea, Your Majesty? Said Scarecrow, looking out from under his straw hat at the king.
I believe I have. You see, when Street Beat, Pensive Perot, Clock Tower Kid, and Madam of the Mansion came to my stage, you didn't. I mean, you could have just said like they all did. Anyway,
Yeah.
it struck me. If Wonderworld has a name, it must be so we can differentiate it from another world. I know it sounds ridiculous, but what if?
Like before, Checkered King hesitated.
What if it were true?
It's Lance saying this.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah, 'cause
the
it's
next
rhyming,
line is
of course.
everyone turn to the flint, yeah. What if it were true? Then what would you do?
Everyone turned at the sound of Lance's voice. There he stood like he had been there the whole time, his arms crossed and a grim look on his face.
Oh my god. Oh, is this fucking Lance? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
hate
it's
the fucking,
Lance.
like, it doesn't say said after or
Yeah.
anything. It's
Mhm.
just like,
Just-
fuck. I hate this shit. It's like,
Just,
it's written like a
just look to
children's
see
book,
if it
by the way.
rhymes.
Like,
You just have to look to see if it
Okay.
rhymes.
okay.
Mhm.
There's indeed another world out there, as our dear monarchs surmised. The one you all came from, the one you despised. It hurt you enough to cause you to flee, and now you are here, happy and free.
Checkered King let out a long breath.
So this is not our original home. Of course. It never occurred to me before, but now I realize I have no memories of my childhood. I have looked like this since the very moment I first set into Wonderworld. Set foot
Shock
into
rippled
Wonderworld.
throughout the gathered crowd,
That can't be true.
said Seagazer, her voice wavering.
I can't believe I'm from anywhere but here.
Uneasy glances flitted from person to person as the realization sank in. None of them had a past. They had been here for an untold amount of time, doing the same things, living the same day.
British.
It never would have occurred to me to wonder about that until you mentioned it. That was... Now I'm doing an Australian accent.
But what about
It's
the
infected
grinning
you,
man
sorry,
in the
my
top hat? Sorry. But what about the grinning man in the top hat, and Fighter, and the furballs? Lady of the Midnight Sun was the only one who kept her cool. She fixed Lance with a level stare.
Balin is the name of the beheaded man, and to expel you from Wonderworld is his devious plan. To that end, he sent Fighter, his... Next page, please. Obedient sidekick, to dismantle each of your stages, to the very last brick. As for the furballs, the creatures called Tim, well, they also owe their allegiance to him. They are everything, my dear... how do you say that?
Nagati.
Nagati. Those little shits that I made. And not polar opposites, in fact, like cold is to hot.
But why does this Balin guy want to make us leave Wonderworld?
Asked Clock Tower Kid, staring up at Lance with eyes full of fear.
He wants to be Wonderworld's maestro, to have total control. To him, you're nothing but outsiders in the way of that goal.
But you're Wonderworld's maestro.
Indeed, little one, I am. It does put me in a bit of a jam.
Then just get rid of him, Lance.
Lance gave a sad shake of his head.
I would if I could, but destroying him is beyond me. Your stages are the ones in danger, so only you have that ability.
You mean we have to fight him?
Bugsy whispered, her face falling.
All I can do is teach you how to fight and give you the strength to make things right. But are you willing to take a stand to defend your stages with your own hand? Yes!
Shouted Sentinel. Like his cry had broken a dam, everyone from Invisible Custodian to Gentle Watcher took to their
Yes.
feet, rallying around Lance. Even Clock Tower Kid, who was shaking, gazed in determination at the silver-haired man.
I want to protect my stage, and Pensiv's, and everyone's.
If on this path you've truly decided, then out from within your strength must be guided. Your memories from before I had locked away, in hopes of keeping your suffering at bay. But I must now unleash all the hurt in your heart for the sake of the power that it will impart. The power will change you from the you that you know, but you must use it to transform your stages and ensnare our foe.
Are you sure we can do that?
Asked Bugsy, her face scrunched up in worry.
I don't doubt it for a second, little one. See? For proof of this ultimate power, just look at me.
He began to warp and change before their very eyes. His pale clothing began to darken, his silver hair deepening to the darkest black. Strange markings appeared all over his body that looked just like the patterns on the Nagati, except they are far more intricate and eerily beautiful. From his back unfurled wriggling tentacles.
This is my true form, behold. Now do you trust what you've been told?
The shock of his bizarre transformation made everyone take a step back. Sorrow flitted over Lance's face.
Oh, my friends, have no fear. Changed I may be, but I still hold you dear. This I swear on the mark that I bear.
He touched a hand to his chest, to the glyph that was the most disquieting of them all. Okay, and that's the end of the chapter.
Yeah,
Which
just
is
Lance
what to end the chapter.
fucking becomes the better Lance. Sorry.
I'm the villain of the video game. And the good guy's gonna make you go out.
I'm the villain of the
good
video.
guy's gonna, the
I'm
good guy's
villain of
gonna
the
make
video
you go
game,
out
and now I'm the fucking
and learn
villain
how
of
to
the
handle your emotions. So you have to kill him. You have to kill him and the other girl.
Don't
Just
kill me,
fucking
you
beat
must
the
kill
shit out of
Valen
them.
instead. Because that bitch-ass motherfucker...
That bitch-ass motherfucker's gonna take over my awesome stage and make it a therapy office, and you can't allow that.
He's gonna make you go back into fucking reality. You don't want that shit. You want him to stay delusional, right? Like...
We want
You
him
literally want to keep playing
delusional.
toys. You want to keep
We
playing
wanna keep
toys.
playing toys. We want to keep playing toys forever.
Jack and King, don't you, like, want to still be with your wife? Yeah?
Don't
yeah,
you like
your,
that wife
your
you
real
made up?
wife.
Your real wife?
Your
Sky
totally
Gazer, Sea
real
Gazer,
wife?
don't you just like sitting on the ground forever?
Also, like, wait, if she's not real, like, have they come into- I can't remember. Have they come into contact with any of the Okay, well, holding the queen's hand to, like, kiss the back of her hand. So if it's solid, does that mean that, like, he can kiss his wife? Does that mean he can hug her, or would he just go through her? Like...
I mean, I think maybe, like, they're see-through, but not, like, not solid.
Mm.
And I think maybe they
Yeah.
can, like, I don't know. We
I mean,
lost,
if I...
We've lost 5 people from earlier, and chat hasn't said anything in, like, at least half an hour. This fucking sucks.
Oh, so you've noticed
I
that
think they're
too.
loving it. They're loving it, don't worry.
They're loving it. They're all speechless. They're all so engaged in the story of Bound Wonderworld,
Yeah,
which,
this-
to be
Yeah,
frank,
it's so good.
these
exciting
chapters could
stuff
have been
about
fucking
Bound Wonderworld.
compressed.
This
Also, I don't know
could
why.
have been an email.
Fucking follow with my...
Yeah, it
cursor,
really
yeah.
is like, yeah, they were listening. That's like, you know, they
Thank
were,
you. Yes,
they were
yes. You were
staying
enjoying
quiet
the
because-
audiobook. We're doing an audiobook. Exactly. Exactly.
This-
We couldn't
this
finish it all one night. Because that'd be insane.
This could have been an email. This like,
could have been a
they
comic.
could've- Yeah, they could have done so much more with this if they didn't spend so long introducing every single character, and I know damn well that only, like, 2 of them are going to actually ever do anything.
I'm excited to meet Valen, but I'm also getting worried that they're gonna make him a jerk because they decided to make.
I was gonna
Lance
say, are
be
you
a
gonna
nice
voice
and
Va-
polite British
Are you gonna
boy.
voice Valen?
I feel
guess
like you
am.
kind of have to.
I feel like I have to is the thing, right?
Yeah.
You're like the main one. There's the Valen Wonderworld, your stream, you know, like...
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to
It's
do it. So I'm
your
gonna have to
Wonderworld.
rhyme. Everybody, get ready for that.
Cable 2 is your Wonderworld, no? Wow.
Auntie says, I'm playing Eugenics. My dumb idiot cat ran into a bear trap and died, so I've been focusing on that while you're in the background. I'm glad that our audiobook could bring you some comfort while your cat dies in a bear trap.
Well, comfort.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
That
Second was an
Clock Tower Kid
adventure.
freak the fuck out.
Oh fuck was it?
Everybody on call.
Totally a great adventure.
This
Yeah.
is like maybe the worst audiobook experience you could ever have. I think that I don't know what to do with this because
I feel like this would
What do
be
you
funner
mean?
reading high. Or drunk.
yeah,
No!
Yeah.
No, it has to be legible. No, we're all staying sober. Fuck you guys.
Man.
no, yeah, we're not allowed to escape that easily.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I already
can't
read
cir-
this
we
book!
We can't
I already
circumvent
been-
the torment or,
You
or the home.
volunteered! I was like, I'm gonna have us read out the whole book like an audiobook. You're like, I want in. You chose
Yeah.
this. You
Yeah,
literally
and?
chose this. You're not allowed to suggest any of this. You chose this path.
Fuck. Fuck, they got me, chat. Damn.
Okay.
Fine, I guess I'll listen
I-
to the book all over again. Anyway.
Exactly.
I mean, if
That's
I
what
had
the,
a
that's
fucking
what the point of
stage-
all this is.
If I had a stage in Wonderworld, I'd just make all the fucking characters I enjoy and have them, like, interacting like the world's biggest
It's like
crossover
Tomodachi
roleplay.
Life, but
Yeah.
like see, I just go up to Lance. It's like, dude, can you make like Perlina Yuri right now?
Lance, can you,
Lance,
like,
I want
stay in my
Morrowind.
stage forever, please? And also, can you bring
Lance.
Val into my stage, too? I want you both.
Lance, I want Morrowind. Look at me, you stupid twink. We're making Morrowind. I just want to play Morrowind. I think it'd be funny.
So and you can say
Okay.
twink.
I can say twink. I'm
Both of
going
them are
to
fucking
deafen.
skinny as shit.
I'm gonna deafen for the exit, and then I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Thank you for joining.
All right.
Everybody say goodbye
Bye,
to all of our friends here.
everybody.
We're getting sent to the void. Goodbye, chat.
You're getting sent to the
Portal to
void.
hell.
Trying to figure out which button is pause on the keyboard is something else. Your other cat died? That's sad. No, I need to figure- how do I fucking pause this game? I'm hitting every single button on my keyboard right now trying to figure out which one is pause. Home? Home? The home button? Okay. Sure. That makes no fucking sense at all. Oh, now you can see what the background was for the picture frame. Don't worry about it, okay? I'm gonna keep the exits short, because I want to go eat dinner. Thank you for watching with us. If I can wrangle everybody again, we will continue. We'll continue that. It was a warp zone, it certainly was. So, as long as I can find new blackmail, because I don't think my old stuff's gonna work again. You will get to hear more of the story, where thankfully we're gonna fucking stop talking about the guy in the hat and the girl named Fighter. I'm gonna go raid the Goof Cat, friend of the channel, just say hi. Enjoy Halo. I felt like Halo might be a good reprieve from what we just experienced. See you next week. Bye-bye.